What's up, guys? How you doing today? You hanging out with the one and only PhillyDom. I got a special guest here today. He's been on the YouTube scene for a while now, not too long, but he's new. He's new to the scene, but he's not new to traveling. I'll let him introduce himself and explain himself. Let him know who you are, my brother.
Absolutely, man. What's going on? It's Kings and Dreams. As you see on the bottom of your screen, that's KING, the letter Z, the letter N, and then Dreams. And that's on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure that you do
I'm
follow me
still.
on Instagram.
What
And
happened?
that's on YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, we good?
Yeah, we good. It good. It was like the Wi-Fi jumped for a second.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's all right on
Yeah,
my
I was
end.
just saying, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I was just saying, Kings and Dreams. That's KING, the letters Z N, and
Hmm.
then Dreams Hold on, DREAMZ, and that's on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure that you do, check out my channel. Follow me on Instagram, and shout out to you, Philly Dom, for allowing me to be on your platform. And as Philly Dom had mentioned, I would say that when it comes to YouTube. I'm a rookie. This is my rookie year, if you will.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely not a rookie to traveling. So some of y'all may have seen me with some of your favorite YouTubers. Been traveling with Flyboy Way.
Shout out to Flyboy.
Met Jedi Drees. Also met Andre Love Crossing Borders. So
Good people.
some big time names that you guys have seen me with. But as I mentioned, this is, I guess you call it my rookie year because I started my channel late July of last year. And so what I
Okay.
would do is I would put out videos kind of like sporadically every 3 to 4 weeks. And I really got to, so I would say probably late December, early January is where I started to put content more consistently, at least putting up content at least 4 to 5 days a week now.
Okay. That's all right, my brother. You're gonna be all right. Like I said before, I told you off camera. I tell you on camera. You up next, man. You have all the tools for making this YouTube.
Thank you, man. I
That's what
appreciate that.
yeah, you articulate, you smart. Um, you gonna make it, man. I just know, you know. So I'm giving you flowers now, before you hit big time, but you definitely gonna blow up, definitely for sure, 100%.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm sure they want to get to know you and know what's going on. So I'll ask you a couple questions, and then we'll
Absolutely.
start going and we'll ask some people. We'll see what people in the comment section have. Also, people in the comment section, don't be scared to ask some questions.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ask any questions that you guys like. I'm pretty much an open book. So, again, thank you, Philly Don, for having me on this platform, man. So, feel free to ask me any questions. There's a couple of people in here that I do see that I am familiar with, man. So, do you mind
Okay,
if I give a couple of shout outs, or is that
it's not a problem. No, it's not a problem, man.
okay? Yeah, man. First of all, man, my man Razor, I see you in here, so salute to you. And then my man Stallion, the gangster bankster. That's my guy right there, man. So
Yeah,
salute to
Styling
you,
man.
salute to you both, man.
And I see my boy Ivan Travels. What's up, man? I see you, Ivan Travels. Said what's up at Steve. And then you got YOLO said, "What's up, Dom?" All right. I know Gangsta Bang. Everybody knows Styling. I call him
Yeah.
Sterling, but it's
Yep.
Stallion.
Yep.
Who else? Who else? Who else? Yeah, Stevie. Yeah, I see everybody that's in here so far. Okay. Leave a comment, ask them a question. But my first question to you, my brother, we'll start out light and then we'll get heavy. You know what I mean? Because you say you're open book, so we'll ask you some open book questions.
Absolutely. Let's go.
We'll start easy.
Yep.
What's your favorite place so far that you traveled to?
My favorite place so far that I've traveled to would be Colombia.
Colombia. And what makes it a special place? Because a lot of people think once you talk in Colombia, they're thinking, oh, he just going down there for the females. Why Colombia? Why
Right.
Colombia?
One of the reasons why it's my favorite place is actually because some of the people that I mentioned, right, like Andre Love Crossing Borders, Jedi Drees. I forgot another person, Ace Live. How could I forget about him, right?
Mhm.
Ace Live. So all three of these people I actually met in person, and this was prior to me being a content creator. So the first time that I went to Colombia, I went to the carnival in Barranquilla, and
Hmm.
so I, you know, that was my first time getting a real taste of the Colombian culture. So growing up in New York City, like there were some Colombians, but mostly they were, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans.
Okay.
You had a little bit of Cubans, and then you had some Brazilians, right? But Colombians in New York City is not too heavy, at least where in Brooklyn, where I'm from, right?
Hmm.
So, um, continue on with that, meeting them, and then also what after the like during the carnival, I'm sorry, festival, we also Flyboy and I, we also went to this place called Palenque, Colombia.
Okay.
And Palenque is, for those who don't know, Palenque is the first free territory in the Americas for slaves. So
Hmm.
that's the first free territory for slaves, whether it be North, Central, or South America, right? So that was one of the reasons why I fell in love with Colombia. Was more or less the culture, right?
Okay.
Second thing, the ladies, right?
Okay.
But the first thing was the culture, though. The first thing was the culture.
Okay.
So because I like for me, like I'm of the mindset that there's beautiful women everywhere, but like how am I going to keep my mind stimulated, right? How
Yes.
am I, so learning that education and being embraced with the Afro culture of Colombia in itself, that's one of the reasons why that is my favorite place to travel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Another question I could ask you is, what can you travel without? Like when you travel, what's something that you have to have with you when you travel? That everybody got something. Maybe they like a certain outfit. Maybe
Hmm.
some people got to have a certain amount of money to travel, a certain amount of money in the bank to travel.
Hmm.
Or what can you travel without?
Uh, what I don't leave home without, I would say my cologne. I love my colognes,
Aha.
man. Yeah, I love my colognes, my smell goods,
Uh-huh.
man. I tell you, gentlemen, you get the right cologne collection, and man, you'll get the right collection. You know what I mean?
No, I hear
So,
you. I hear you definitely on
yep.
that. I hear you definitely on that, man.
Yeah, I mean, money is what money as well. I would say that for me, like, not necessarily like a big time spender, but I'm not frugal either. So you want to be able to have at least, for me, I would rather say bring more as opposed to bring less, because when you bring
Okay.
less and then you got to go to the ATM, you got the fees and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like I'd rather bring more than what rather bring more, and then when you come back home, you could say, you know what, all right, well, next time I go down there, I have some Colombian pesos, or Dominican pesos, or wherever you're going, you have some of that money for when you go back.
Okay. Somebody asked you a question. YOLO said, "What do you do for income while traveling?"
What do I do for income while traveling? Well, so for me, I actually work for a biotech company,
Interesting.
and so what I am is that I'm head of operations for the lab water divisions for the Americas, so North Central, South America, and also Southeast Asia, and acquiring a team in Western Europe. So, long story short, like as far as career wise,
Hmm.
I'm doing well for myself in that aspect. So, like when I'm traveling and I'm salary, so when I'm traveling, I'm still getting paid.
So yeah. So YOLO, to answer your question, he's all right when he travels because the job he has pays him well. So he has no problem. But that's a question everybody always want to know when people
Right,
travel. What's the longest have you traveled? Because obviously your job is a type of job that travels outside the United States. You just told us that. What's
right.
the longest you've been in a country outside of the United States? As
So the
far as
longest.
travel or work? Yeah.
Okay. So the longest that I've been in the country has been It's been 15 days. One of the reasons is because also not to mention like I would love to be out longer, but also I am a father, so I have an 8-year-old son and
Okay.
I have that responsibility, right? So what I
Right.
have to do is I have to, when I'm in a country for, for let's say my average is usually about 7 to 10 days, right? So within that time, I have to maximize, whatever I'm doing in that country, like especially now that I'm a content creator, right? So I
Mhm.
have to, get content and things of that sort. But like if I did not have a young son, my plan would be to probably spend 3 to 4 months at a time in a country or something like that. But right now, I got to do with I got to deal with the cards that I'm dealt.
No, I understand. I understand. Until he gets older, you got to go back and forth. Because
Right.
I have a son too, but me and the mom are not together, and
Oh,
he's
yeah. The mom and I are not together either, but
yeah,
but
we
yeah, we
different
we have.
countries. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right, for sure.
They're in Belize. I don't know if you I do if you watch my videos. I'm in Belize every now and then.
Oh,
Much
yes,
as I
yes,
can be
yes,
there.
yeah. I think you mentioned that on your interview with Big Boss.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
because that was actually where I discovered you. Actually,
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
and the big boss. That's what's up.
yeah,
California, boss, Bay Area.
right. Yep. Shout out to Big Boss, man.
Okay. I'm still giving you light questions, and I'm gonna jump in with a crazy question. But
No worries, man. I wait. I wait for the right hook to
what
come.
is yeah.
Yeah.
Name some countries you've been to. What's your second, third favorite country you've been to? Because you say you work
Okay.
the job you work, you go to South America. So I know you've been probably more than one country in South America, more than likely.
Well, well. So let me. Okay. So let me just back up a bit. So I have not been yet, and the reason why is because of the pandemic, right?
Okay.
So that's the reason why. But I have teams there. So like I have, yeah.
Okay.
So I have direct reports that report to me. But
Okay.
I would say my number two country would probably have to be my number two country would probably have to be. Let's see. That's a good question too. Um, Mexico. I would say Mexico.
Cool. Mexico, cool vibes. Cool
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah. I would say Mexico, and then number three. I'm gonna. This is probably gonna throw you guys for a loop, but I'm gonna say Canada.
He said, "Can't." No, Canada's nice, man. I've been there a couple of times. Canada's nice.
Right, right,
Canada's
right.
nice. I mean, it's the Matrix. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that we get
Matrix
here.
ish. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it has a vibe. Toronto's a cool place. Montreal's cool. Vancouver is cool. So no,
Hmm.
I'm with you with that. I'm not. I'm that's some people might be shocked just watching on the live, but no,
Yeah.
you picked a good country. Canada's a good country.
Right. Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
also you
Yeah,
picked Mexico.
I've had nothing but great times in Canada, but also like I have fam there, so like they put me in good positions. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I understand. So your answer
Right.
right there. Okay. Big pop, big pop. Matter of fact, big pop from Toronto. You know, he said, okay. He talking to me in Creole.
Okay.
Sakpasi, man, what's going on with you, man, Big? What's going on with you? I see you. We were just talking about Canada.
Yeah, man. Salute, salute, man. Big up Canada.
There you go. YOLO said, what's the biggest issue you had while traveling?
The biggest issue I would say for me probably not issue, but a learning opportunity, right? For me, a learning opportunity is to have patience. Being like living in the states, born and raised in the states, but having a Caribbean background, and then also, pardon me, also being from New York, everything is rapid, right? Quick, 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 quick.
Okay.
So like learning how to have patience, like when you are like if you're in the grocery store or you're waiting like you're waiting for your food to get cooked. Perfect example. Like I was in a restaurant or whatever, and
Okay.
I waited like almost an hour for my food to get cooked, and like I was like,
Wow.
yeah, and I was like, really, like I was upset, but the food was good. The food was good, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, man, I was like, really, like, did you guys like catch that chicken and like skin the chicken? Like, what's up, man?
You're not lying, brother, man. Like in Colombia
Yeah,
and them countries, they
yeah,
take their time. They take their time.
yes,
So
they
yeah,
do.
they take
Yeah,
their time. And one thing, we say a lot of stuff bad about the states and different things that the states don't offer, but when it comes to customer service, the states is definitely one of them countries up there with like Japan with customer service. You don't get that when you go to some of these other countries.
no, you don't. Yeah. So I would say, for me, the learning opportunity was just having understanding, having that patience. So like if I know like I'm going to the grocery store, like that's one of the first things that I do, like whenever I get to the country,
Okay.
I put my I put my bags down, whatever, and then I go to the supermarket, stock up my fridge, because again, like I have a spot especially in Medellin. I have a spot in Medellin, right? So I
Okay.
stack up my fridge, while I'm there. So
Mhm.
like I already know, like, all right, I need to put maybe 3 hours of my time because I'm gonna be there for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything is like slow motion.
right. Absolutely, yeah. Because
Oh
there's
man.
no like express checkout. I wish there was. They actually need to come up with that.
They need to come up with it in them country.
Right.
Uh JM said, what he say? I'm in
That's my
Colombia.
initials too. Interesting.
Oh, JM. Wow.
Yep.
He said in Colombia you need a lot of patience. Them folks are very patient and slow times.
Yeah.
I guess he's saying they move slow in Colombia, so you got to have a lot of patience. He said,
Right. Yes. Yeah. Man. Shout out to you, JM. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's definitely you gotta have patience.
"Oh man." Jesus said, "So he is the only brother that doesn't like the DR. Do you like the DR? I guess they want to know. Do you like the DR?
I did. So let me tell you why I didn't mention the DR, because like a lot of brothers have been like to the north coast, like the Santiago, Sosua,
So,
right? So I have not been to Sosua yet. Now I've only been to Punta Cana, and everybody I know, some people in the chat gonna say, oh, that's where you bring your family, your kids, and all that. Well, let me
yeah.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. I know I went to Punta Cana, but I made it happen. I made it happen in Punta Cana.
Mhm.
So I made it happen. But like I know a lot of brothers, so talk about Sosu and stuff like that. So I kind of put Canada as my number three for now. Obviously, these countries can be interchangeable at some point, right? The more I
Yeah,
travel.
it'll change.
Yeah,
It'll change
absolutely. But
once you travel.
right. But I have not been to Sosua, and like from what I'm hearing about Sosua, it leaves little to be desired. But for me, why one of the reasons why I would probably still go to Sosua is probably for the camaraderie, because I see a lot of travel bros that's out there, and there's a lot of camaraderie there. Shout out to Flip Flop, shout out to Taylor Made
Shout
Dreams.
out to him.
So I'll probably go out there and just hang out with them, hang out with the bros and stuff like that. But I have not been to Sosua in that North Coast, like Santiago. Uh, that's the reason why I have not mentioned Dominican Republic. But shout out
Okay.
to you, Elvis De Jesus.
No, but you 100% are right about that, man. All the places I have traveled, people could say whatever they want about the North Coast, Sosua, Puerto Plata, whatever. But the camaraderie, but among brothers, I've never seen that nowhere else in the world I've been to.
Right,
It's a special place in that regard. You hit it right on the nose, man. You're a
right,
smart guy. You hit it right on the nose. They
yeah,
have they have that bond that no other place has. You can
absolutely,
go and meet other expats in other countries, and you won't be as tight. But in that Sosua area, that North Coast,
right,
them brothers is tight.
right,
Them brothers is tight.
absolutely.
It's like a fraternity.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that because like I'm starting to like I've been to Medellin within like the past, what, like 2.5 years, probably about like 12, 13 times or something like that.
Mhm.
So um like, and there's bros like that I know that's there, but
Mhm.
like it's not like a community, like it's not like from what I see at DR. I can
Yeah.
name like so many people from DR, Chapapa TV,
Mhm.
Jorge, I mentioned Taylor Made Dreams, Mayor Sosua, Flip
Yeah.
Flop. So that's five right there, and I'm actually FEMA, Yo Soy Kyla. Trying to
Yep.
think, so six.
Yeah.
So that's six right there. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
They got a tight little unit over there, man.
yeah, absolutely.
That's a I don't know if that's the right terminology. That's like a black YouTubers hub. If that's the right terminology.
No, it is though. It
It's
is
dead
that's
serious.
yeah. That's a. I mean, that's a good analogy. You're not,
Yeah.
that's not offending anybody. That's the
Yeah.
truth though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. We got people in the they asking questions, boy. They want to get to know you.
All right, man. For sure, man. For sure.
YOLO says she just subscribed to your channel. So they
Oh, is
coming
that a
along.
female?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate you. Tell us one of the most craziest experience you had in another country. Uh, let's see. Crazy experience.
Anything with a female, with the food. I don't know. With maybe you felt like you was disrespected
Okay.
or
Oh, you know
to
what?
people because you don't know the
I got
culture.
a I got a crazy experience. Well, okay, I got a crazy experience, right? So, okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, I got a lady in Medellin. I was actually speaking to Philly about this, but
Uh-huh.
you probably were gonna ask me that later. But
Yeah.
Yolo kind of
Go right
jumped up.
into it.
Right. She got into it. So, but all right. So anyway, so I got a lady in Medellin. So I've been rocking out with her for 2 years. This is not a pay for play. This is not a GFE. This is like a legit woman. She doesn't ask me for anything. No money. I'm not a passport poppy. Not a simp. Not a beta male. None of that. Right. Okay. Official relationship. Now, so there's this club. So there's this club in Medellin
Mhm.
where she and I go to is it's a dance hall club. Me being Jamaican, I gotta hit the rhythms. I love it, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
anyway, so now the night before I was hanging out with this other girl. And my driver was down there. So we cool. So the girl asked me like, "Hey, what are you doing? Tomorrow? Tomorrow."
Mhm.
So and I was I was lit. I was turned. So I ended up spitting out like, "Oh, we going to this club tomorrow night, right?" So my driver looks at me like, "Yo, dude, your girl's gonna be there tomorrow," and I'm like, "Oh God." So anyway, this girl ends up coming. This girl
Wow.
ends up coming. Yeah. So I had a VIP section, right?
Uh-huh.
This was my saving grace. So this girl ends up coming. So she sits in the VIP section. So my girl is already at the club. So she's there, her mom, her cousins, or whatever, but she's on the other side of the club. She's on the other side of the club or whatever, right? So what I did was I invited like a whole bunch of like expats, whatever, and then my driver, I invited some of his boys. So flood the VIP, so like nobody can know who this girl is with the other girl, the side chick, basically, right?
Okay.
So I was able to get away with that. But
Aha. Aha.
so my girl comes into the VIP. So she comes into the VIP, right? So she introduces me to her mother, right? So I hadn't met her mom at that point yet. Like her mom and I kind of had been missing each other as far as like I would be getting ready to head back, and then she would want to introduce me to her mom. Anyway, long story short,
Uh-huh.
introduce me to her mom. So now my girl goes back to her other side, but she's about to bring her people to come back into the VIP section.
Okay.
So while she's going to gather her people, her mom, her cousins, and all that, so the side chick is like, like who the f is this chick or whatever, right? Whatever, getting mad. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yo, so I tell my driver, so I'm like, yo, Brian, man, I'm like, yo, take her to get something to eat or something like that, so she calmed down. So she leaves. So the side chick leaves. My girl comes in with her people. It's like, bruh. Like it was like a seesaw effect, man. So anyway, long story short, how it ended up closing it out. My girl, her mom got too lit. I told my girl, I was like, yo, take your mom home and I'll see you in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But like if her mom wasn't lit, it would have been a big problem, bro. I
Wow.
would say I would say that was like the craziest thing that happened. You
Uh-huh.
know, yeah. So due to the fact that a lady's asking me, I'm gonna give you that story. But if a guy, if the fellas ask me a little bit later, I may get spicier. But I'll give you that one. I'll give
It
you
could
that
have
one.
went south. It could have went south on you. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
They asked you a question about Colombia.
Would I pick? Yes, immediately. Immediately. One of the things that I like about one of the things
Yeah.
that I like about Medellin kind of remind like it's a metropolitan city, so being from a metropolitan city kind of reminds me of that. I like being in metropolitan cities, I like being in New York City. I did go to high school in New Jersey.
Okay.
That's actually how I met Flyboy. Flyboy and I actually went to high school together.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
so Newark, New Jersey. So I've been in Newark, New Jersey for a few years. Philly. I used to be down in South Street. You know what I mean, in
That's what's
Philly,
up.
man. So yes, so I know Philly. I know Philly a little bit. You know what I mean.
That's
But
cool. That's what's up.
yeah, but I love the metropolitan city feel. Cartagena. It gives you like that beach vacation vibe, which is cool. I like that, but also the weather. I would say the weather is probably the big selling point of Medellin because they call it the city of eternal spring,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So you got that comfortable, 75-degree weather. At night it may go to like 65, 63. You know what I mean? You could probably like at night you could have on like a comfortable long sleeve shirt or a thin sweater or something like that, but it's comfortable, extremely comfortable weather. In Cartagena, it gets muggy, and you're like, man, like it's
It's different.
yeah, it's just different, man. And like I've been to South Beach so many times. Like Cartagena is just South Beach, just with Latinas. That's all. To me, that's the way I look at it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. People go Google Gaga over Cartagena. It's cool, but like I could rock with it for like a day or two, maybe three at max. But I couldn't live there.
Yeah. And then another thing, the begging, man. The begging is out of control there.
Oh
That
yeah,
thing
you
is
talking about
out
when
of
you go to Clock
control.
Tower? Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the dudes just be like rapping or whatever.
Yeah. That can mess up your whole vibe on a trip. You just come and have a good time. Every
Right.
5 minutes, somebody asking you for money. It ain't nothing wrong with giving and helping people, but when it
Yeah.
gets to like the when it gets to
Yeah,
that,
they hound you. As soon as you get out the taxi, and like you like step like you walking into the clock tower, yo, my man, yo, hip hop.
yeah,
I'm like, bro,
you like I ain't signed up for this.
right. Yeah, and then the dude be walking with the radio, just like he got the radio just spitting. He got bars on deck. I'm like, man,
You ready? He think you fuck that. He about to get a sign, about to cut a record deal.
right, right,
Oh, yeah, I'm
right.
in the game.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, James said, "Hello, I have a question. As an African American, am I get better off going to what is it, Bangkok or to the Philippines? Or I guess he meant Thailand or the Philippines. It's still the same. Yeah. What would you
Hold
say?
on. Okay. So, as an African American, am I better off going to Bangkok or the Philippines? Well, this is a good question because I actually have that same question. Now, I have not been to Asia yet, but what I would say from
Yeah.
what I have heard is that with the Philippines, you probably would be better off there.
That's what I heard too. I watch what's the guy Zoom to Thailand.
Yes,
He
Richie
lives in
Mack. Oh yeah,
Philippines.
that's my man, Richie
Yeah, he
Mack.
did it
Yeah,
like did it live with you. He did it live with you. Yeah, y'all did
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He said that too. he said, I think he did a video one time. He talked about, because I ain't been in the Asian world yet either, so we
Yeah,
both in the same boat with that.
yeah,
And he said, if you strictly going there and you looking for cheaper prices and to find a wife or a girlfriend, whatever,
hmm,
he was saying that the
Philippines.
both Philippines are better. He was just saying all around, no diss to Thailand or the Thai people. He was saying that they overall the Filipinos had a better personality
Yeah,
overall. That's
The
what he was saying.
Filipinos are nicer. The Filipinos are nicer. Again, shout out to Richie Mac too.
Yeah.
Another person that I watch. She's a popular YouTuber. What is her name? Dang.
Probably Google it. You can Google it or check.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Oh, Filipina B.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so she and so she kind of breaks down she kind of breaks down like the ins and outs of like the Philippines and some do's and don'ts, and she even breaks down like the Filipino woman. It's very interesting because she talks about how like the Filipino women are submissive, but they also are immature, and one of the reasons why they're immature is because they're taught what to do, not how to do.
Okay. What to do, not how to do. Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting. Wow.
so so she was saying like sometimes sometimes they won't have like the ladies won't have accountability. Like she'll like a woman can make a mistake and like she'll try to like deflect and not take accountability for it.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. Her channel's pretty big, man.
I'm gonna check it out.
Because I'm going to, and I'm glad that James brought that up. Nice name, by the way, James. We got the same name, but yeah. So like for me, like I'm trying to get as much information, from that, from Thailand. Obviously, I could just talk to Zoom, but Thailand, the Philippines, and things like that, because next year that's one of the two places that I'm going. I'm going to the
Okay.
Philippines and I'm going to Thailand.
All right.
So
So
I'm just trying to, get all that information and I'm
information.
soaking all that up.
Yeah, because I've never had too many encounters with people from from Thailand, but I worked in Alaska and I worked with people from the Philippines. And growing up in Philly, they have a big Filipino population here. And
Yeah,
obviously, I lived in LA for a long time. And LA, the whole California has a big Filipino
yeah,
community. So I got to really, understand that culture. And my buddies dated the
right,
females, and they had guy Filipino friends they hung out with. So I know their culture a little bit. I've never been to the actual
right,
country, but I got a good idea about the people and what they like and what they don't like.
right. Yeah, because I was gonna say like for Asians over here, we typically get like the Cambodians and the Laotians.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true too.
yeah. Now Cambodia is a place where I want to go to because man,
Mhm.
there's some nice thick ones. Like I was like, okay, all right, I see you.
Well, if you hit that Thailand, you got to just hit that all of them: Cambodia,
Right.
Thailand, Laos,
Yeah.
Vietnam,
Yeah.
Twist Falls or Chaz. The other country, I think it's called Chaz or Chaw. There's another country right there in that little area where all the
Okay.
that you can go to as well. They got some questions for you. Okay, boom, Mr. Live. You see what he said?
Yeah. No. Mr. Live and Let Live, man.
Keep it real.
I like that name, by the way. But no, no, and no. So the thing is like when my son does become an adult, I'm gonna be relocating out of the United States. So like if I do happen to still be with that same lady, I'm gonna rock with her. But if I'm not, then I'm not. Either way. But no, no, no way am I gonna bring, and not just a South American girl. So I don't want to just put this on South America or Latin America.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to just put that on Latin America, right?
Okay.
Because no lady am I gonna be bringing back to the Matrix. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just the westernized culture right now. The westernized culture right now is just it's very female centric, and it's not beneficial to us men. So I would not recommend any man bringing any woman back to the United States.
Man, you were sounding like Kevin Samuels right there.
Hey man, we all right. We gonna get into
Yeah,
it.
but no, but I agree with you on that because like
Yeah,
I agree with you 100% on that.
yeah.
It's true.
It's just because the thing is like when they when they come here, their eyes are gonna be open to the Disney type of fluff and things that are shown on daytime television and media and things of that sort. And we have to be transparent here, right? Like the things that are being shown, like it's very catered towards the ladies, and it's not and it's not fair to the men, and it's not fair to the men. And with Kevin Samuels, he was one of the people that was giving a voice to to men saying no, like we're not gonna put up with just getting pushed out of our homes and getting pushed around anymore.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he spoke the truth with that.
Absolutely.
Well, he did enough videos now, even though he's gone. God rest the dead and everything.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're gonna, in a few years, in a few years, you're gonna see like universities and things like that breaking down his videos.
Yeah, because he got enough content now. He had
Yeah,
just enough content for them to analyze what he's saying because he made sense when he talked,
absolutely,
you're 100% right. So I hope he answered your
absolutely.
question, Mister Live. He said no way.
No, can't do it. Cannot do it.
All right, I'm gonna skip around, JM. I see your question, but I'm gonna skip around and I'm gonna come right back to you. I think this is an important question to address, and then we're
Hmm.
gonna address your question, JM. I see you got two questions. This is YOLO said.
Do you feel like black small travel YouTubers try to help each other grow, or is there more hate than love? Great question. Well, this is what I will say from my experience, and maybe Philly, you might want to chime in, for yours, because I know you've been doing this
Oh
for a
yeah.
while. But what I can say is that for the about a year of me doing content, I personally have gotten nothing but love from other YouTubers, and actually bigger YouTubers. So, um, so when you say small travel YouTubers, I'm assuming that you mean like smaller channels.
Yeah, black YouTubers too.
Well, black YouTubers, yes. So yeah, let's specify that. So yeah, so I would say yeah, like I have gotten nothing but love, right? But this is only my first year, so I would say for me, that question, I'm a novice to that. So maybe Philly, from what you have seen, would you agree, or would you say that there is a divide?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
say
just deal with you
it's a divide. It's
now. Okay.
settled. It's settled. It's just the makeup of the black man or the
Okay.
black YouTubers, because not all of them are men, and some are female, but the black people don't really like to see black people do good. Overall, not everybody, because
Hmm.
it's some cool YouTubers out there that have helped me along the way. I am Iowa, A Slav. I could say Andre. I could say, oh man, it's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch to help me, but
Hmm. Hmm.
it's some that don't want to see you do good, or they might think their channel is better than yours, or they speak better than you, or they got better content than you, or their editing is better than you, and
Right.
that's something I think that as black YouTubers we have to get over that because the white YouTubers don't go through that.
Right. Yeah.
No.
No, that's interesting. That, that's interesting that you say that, right? Because I'll kind of go back into Kevin Samuels a bit, because this
Okay.
kind of touches into what Yolo asked, right? Because like when he passed, like a lot of the, a lot of the hate, especially I think that there's a Kevin Samuels like roast channel, like a black person made that. Like
What
why would you
this?
want
Why
to?
would you do that? Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like why would you want to do that to your own people? Like whether you agree with his message or not. Like if you didn't agree with his message, don't say anything.
yeah,
Like just be quiet, keep your mouth shut. But the thing about it is that because when you said that black people don't like to see black people elevate, and that's true because like the hate and the vitriol and the mean things that were coming out were from people that look like me and you,
that's crazy.
and he's trying to help us.
Mhm.
The nerve, man, the nerve of some people, man, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's always great points that you made right there. So it's always that it's always subtle with the black YouTuber and the black YouTube community. They just don't. We help each other, but we don't help each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's people like Dreams. He does stuff to try to bring the YouTubers together, especially the YouTubers in the Dominican Republic and stuff like that, and other
Hmm.
YouTubers that do stuff as well. But overall, we see our channels as competition to each other. We don't see to elevate each other and help each other go up the YouTube ladder. It's like as a good example, like you were talking about Kevin Samuels. This guy had over a million something followers,
Hmm.
subscribers, and stuff like that's like how hard that is to
Yeah.
even get to them realm that type of level in YouTube
And Instagram. So
and
so he
Instagram.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, so he did both. He did both.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a cakewalk. That's not a cakewalk what he did. It might have looked easy the way he made it, how he did it, but it's not a cake. Anybody that's in the social media world would tell you that. And it's like
No.
they
No.
don't see that. They don't see that. They just see what he said. They didn't like some of his messages and different things like that. But
Right.
yeah, he's
Absolutely. I mean, you'd be pressed to see a content creator that can have the same amount of followers on Instagram and match YouTube. Like usually one has more. Usually one
yes.
has more. You know what I mean? Like usually like the Instagram will have, let's say, um 350K, and then their YouTube channel may have like 10 or 15K. And that's not to dismiss or say anything, bad about anybody or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that he made both of them match. Like
And
like like
that's
that right there is a lot of work,
yeah, that's a
I
lot
can't
of work.
agree.
That's a lot of work. Because if you think it's a YouTuber in Africa from Ghana, Wadamaya. You ever heard of him, Wadamaya? I am Maya. Wadamaya. He does
No, no.
strictly African content. He goes to
Okay.
different parts of Africa and does content. He has 1 million followers, but he's still pushing with his Instagram to get it to 1 million. Like try to get probably 1 million followers, and
Right.
he's not nowhere near that. And he has a
Right.
million
Yeah.
YouTube followers. You would think if you had 1 million YouTube followers that they would all just shift over to your other
Right.
social media platform, but obviously it don't work like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, and yeah, and you also got to remember, like, for 2 years, Kevin was online every day, live every day. So he would do YouTube Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays,
Uh-huh.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Instagram. And then Sundays or whatever, he would probably chill out. But
Okay.
that's 6 days a week where he's on YouTube
And
and Instagram, and he's doing it live for like 3 hours a day.
that's
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
That- That's what I would tell you, my brother, for the YouTube channel to grow on Instagram. Like you got to be on it every day. The guys that I know that made it,
yeah,
they all grind like every day. Like I
yeah,
watch some of these things on YouTube, they kill me, man. When you go to the different channels, and I guess if you like Google, like I'm not if you type in like how can I get more subscribers on my channel or something about YouTube, and the YouTubers will come on there and tell you like they go like twice a week, and there's no way they can build a following like that. You got to grind like how Kevin Samuel said that every day. My boy I am Iowa grind every day. He probably slowed
yeah.
down now because he got more of a following, but in the beginning, for you to build a channel, you got to grind, and then to go live. That's even amazing because sometimes you might have gotten an argument with somebody, you might have had a bad day, you might have had a problem with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
For you to put your face on camera, like and like you,
Yeah.
okay, he got more respect in my book now. And I didn't even know all this. You know what I mean? That's he got a lot more respect in my book now. I'll leave.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So the thing is, like when you, like how you mentioned, like when you go live, like you could like you could have probably got into an argument with your with your kid's mom or
Yeah,
whatever the case is. You got to go live, and you got to focus
get a
on your
straight face.
content.
Yeah,
You got to focus on your content, but but you like, man, I can't stand this. You know what? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. That takes a
I don't
lot
know
of.
what's been on your
That
channel, but
takes a
yeah, I feel
lot.
you. Yeah.
That takes a lot. JM got a question for you.
When are you guys going to Mexico City? Interesting. I would say I don't have a timeline of when I'm going to Mexico City. I know that my son's football starts in August, but I
Mhm.
am going to I'm going to the Afro Colombian Festival in Cali.
Okay.
So that's good. So I'm gonna have to. So I'm chilling out until November. After I get back in August, so I'm chilling out till November. So maybe in November I may go to Mexico City and do that. But I've never been to Mexico City before.
Yeah, I've been
So
there plenty of time. Plenty of time.
oh, it's live, huh?
Yeah, Mexico City is not. It's definitely worth going. Cool vibe, cool people. You know, you from New York. It's packed twice the size of New York, man. It's packed. It's packed. It's a big city, man.
Yeah. Okay.
With a
Nice.
lot of people.
Yeah. All right. I'll check that out, man.
Yeah, but good restaurants. We'll talk about it. Good restaurants, good bars, anything you went to, arts, music, museums, whatever you went to, chicks, whatever. They got it. They have it. They have
Yeah.
it. They
Nice.
have it. Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
it's
For
definitely
sure.
one of the biggest underrated cities in the world. Like they
Yeah.
don't get the same credit. I don't know. With Mexico, sometimes it comes with the stigma because it's sad, man. With these countries, certain countries, when you mention certain countries, people think cartel,
Oh
drugs,
yeah. Oh yeah.
gangs, and Mexico
Absolutely.
is way,
Yeah.
way more than that. Like way more than that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I tell like when I tell people like I'm going to Colombia,
Yeah,
I tell people when I'm going to Colombia, they mention they mention that guy back in the 80s and 90s. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? 'Cause,
yeah.
some some Colombians be like, yo, don't say his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. You
Yeah,
know,
I know. They
right,
know exactly who you're talking about.
right, yeah. So yeah.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
yeah, JM, not to ramble on, but I would say probably like November to answer your question.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
fourth quarter of this year.
this for the year he gonna go. This is my boy, man. He from Guyana, man.
Ah,
Great.
man, salute, man.
Yeah. He's
Is he in Guyana or
he's
he's
in
from
Guyana right now. He's in Guyana right now.
Okay,
South
nice.
America. Yeah. He's saying he's talking about Guatemala. Yeah, he once studied. Yeah, he studied in China. He was studying for engineering. He started the YouTube channel. He started a YouTube channel in China. Then he returned to Africa, started the African to the world. Yeah, Africa to the world movement. Yeah, he's the one, definitely. No, that's my
Okay,
boy, man. That's my boy. I know who he is.
okay, for
Yeah, he
sure.
reached out to me before. I reached out to him. He's a cool guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's talking about Guatemala, the one with 1 million subscribers on
Ah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Nice.
check out his content. He does a lot of interviews with different people. He's definitely doing his thing, and he's educating people on Africa to let them see it's just not Some people still think it's all jungles,
No,
this.
yeah, no, that's very interesting, right? Because
Yeah,
I actually did an interview last week Sunday with my boy Jew Travels. So
yeah,
my boy Jew Travels, he was in the military, and he was in the military, and then he lived in South Africa, and now he lives in Tanzania.
okay,
And so yeah, and so we were talking about that. Like some people still think like it's like Africa is still kind of built like from what they've seen in like movies like Coming to America or movies like Blood
yeah,
Diamond, or you know what I mean. And it's like no, like Africa has metropolitan cities that may look like a Philly, may look like a New
New
York, may look
York,
like
yeah,
Chicago or LA or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like it's good that he's letting people broaden their horizons. Like, you're not just gonna walk down the
What?
block and just see elephants and lions everywhere. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Africa's too
Oh
big of
boy.
a continent. Now, one thing that I did not know, what
Okay.
Jew Travels had educated me on, um, was that in South Africa, I believe it's Cape Town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and in Cape Town, our summers here in the States are their winters. So people will actually fly there and go to the mountain and actually ski. Like, there's snow on top of the mountain. So for
Wow.
yeah, so for those of you who did not know that there is snow in Africa, there is.
So they get all the all the seasons like we do here. But yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. I didn't even know that. You educated me on that. I didn't know they get snow like that. I knew it probably get a little chilly, but I didn't know they get snow like
Yeah,
that. But it
yeah, but
makes sense. It makes sense.
it's not like we get, like, it's not like in the Northeast with us, like we get like snowstorms and stuff like that. Like, you have to go up to the mountain, like, to be in the snow. But as far as like with cold weather, yeah, like they get like cold weather, like it'll be like, like I think like 30 degrees, something like
Mhm.
that. So yeah, like if we, like, let's say if we like, yo, we're gonna go to Cape Town in July, like, and we come there with just like shorts, thinking we go chill. No, 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 no. You got to have the North Face on, bro. You
Yeah. My boy
gotta have
over
the
there right
smart boots.
now, Barbaro TV. He's in
Oh, that's another one who I
yeah,
met in
he is
person
that
too. That's
Barbaro
my
TV,
man.
my boy. Yeah, he's over
Yeah,
there
yeah.
right now, and I think he's in Cape Town right now as we speak. He's in
Oh,
South.
for real? Oh, I know. I thought he was in. Oh man, he just did a live with Big Boss. He told me he didn't say he was in Africa. I thought he was in Colombia somewhere.
Maybe in Colombia. Some YouTubers when they do the videos, they got a delay. They hold the video.
Oh
They
well,
wait
yeah,
maybe
because
about
that
30
was
seconds. They put it out.
pre-recorded though.
It could be
So yeah, so
pre-recorded.
so he probably is, yeah. But Barbarella is my man too, man.
My boy
Yeah,
too. I started with him
International
too.
Zoe.
Yeah, International Zoe. I started with him. I'm mad. We all started together, man. We went to I Am Iowa. You always hear me mention this guy, I Am Iowa. That's my boy, man. That's the guy that started me with YouTube. The
Yeah, man.
cheating YouTuber.
Yeah, I have not seen his content. I don't think, but
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta check out his content. But yeah, I've heard his name a lot. I've heard his name a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you type in I Am Iowa in Colombia, he started in Colombia. He's a
Oh
Kenyan.
wow.
He's from Kenya, Africa, but he
Okay.
started in Colombia. So he was putting doing videos in Colombia when it was not cool to go there and nobody was there. Like Colombia only opened up like in the last couple of years. He was going when nobody was like he was actually living there. He was there when nobody was going there.
Ah,
Well, he's
okay.
like one of the few YouTubers like like a couple years ago when nobody was there, he was
Yeah.
doing videos there. He's a big reason like shoot, Colombia. Oh him man, they should give him like citizenship. Like he opened
Right,
up the
right,
country, man.
right.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
He definitely opened up Colombia. He made it cool to go there. Him and
Yeah.
this other YouTuber and Marshall Powell, they were going there. They were there when nobody was going there. They were there when nobody was going there.
Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, that is what I want to do. That's what I want to do for next year. Like, I want to go to a place that's not like too talked about. Like
Yeah,
for me, like I can't even say, like, even though like I don't live in Colombia, but like I have stake in Colombia, so I'm gonna have to go there
yeah, I
often
understand.
anyway. Right, but so what but what I'm saying is like I like how when you talked about El Salvador, like,
Yeah,
or San Salvador, like, a lot of people are not talking about that. And then Peru, like Peru, I want to go there. And then Chile, like
really.
I want to go to Chile too. Like,
Yeah.
is it Santiago, Chile? Yeah, Santiago, Chile.
Santiago City, the capital city, the big city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I want to
yeah,
go there too. Actually, interesting enough, it's actually their winter there right now too.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah,
they countries that nobody go to. So yeah, it's a lot of places to explore. But I think I'm gonna speak for the black YouTubers because I'm a black YouTuber. A
right,
lot
right,
of
right,
black
right, right.
YouTubers like we copy each other and we all go to the same place over and over. But I would say my message to you and everybody that's out there that's watching or who's gonna watch this video later in the future: take a chance, go to a country where nobody goes, See what you can find out. I don't know. A lot of black YouTubers like they get scared to go to different countries. Not all of us. There's some that go places. Somebody like an Ace Live, he went to Vietnam. Then I seen him in Argentina. He goes different places that usually the regular YouTubers don't go.
Right.
But a
Yeah.
lot of us, even I'm guilty of it. The Dominican Republic, Colombia, like
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Brazil. Like I'm being honest. Like I mean, like we
Yeah.
all doing the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like 190 something countries.
But your videos, you be in the lion's den, bro. Like
Yeah,
I seen some of your Philly videos. I'm like, all right. I'm like, all
yeah,
right, man. I'm like, okay, Philly, come
yeah.
back in one piece.
I know. I'm more scared in Philly than when I was in Haiti or the Dominican Republic or El Salvador. Philly's is
Yeah.
the real deal. You know, you've been to Philly. You say you
Oh,
was
yeah.
South Street. You can't even go there no more. They shot that up the other day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I seen the video. I seen the video, man. Man. Condolences to the people that
Unbelievable.
passed, man. That
Yeah,
was wild, man. That
yeah.
was wild. Like I remember when I was going to South Street heavy, this is when I was like what 22, 23, and like it just used to be like, man, just flooded with just like dudes just hanging out, dudes talking to dudes hanging out, talking to the shorties. Like it wasn't any like it was wild, but it wasn't wild like with like how it is now. Like it was
Okay.
wild, like just like because you just saw like it was a strip. Everybody was hanging out. You
Yeah,
saw
I
the
know.
shorties. You know what I mean? You saw the D boys, but whatever. Like it was all good, man.
But now Philadelphia is like another level.
Right?
I wouldn't tell nobody travel here unless you got family. I would tell you come here unless you got family. If you
Yeah.
got family to see, come. But if you just
Yep.
come to just to kick it to hang out, it's not the spot right now.
Nah, I would
It's
say
not the place to
I
travel
would
to.
say yeah, I would say the same thing about New York, man.
Yeah.
There's a video in Brooklyn with this dude with this dude came out of his
So,
he came out of his apartment and like like the camera clearly caught his face. I
uh-huh.
don't he's definitely going to jail. Like
Yeah.
it's like I mean clear as day, like clear as how you and I can see each other. Like the
Yeah.
camera caught his face, like and it's all over Instagram.
Wow.
Like he going to jail, and
Yeah.
like and you see him clearly shooting at two people. Like it's wild, man.
That's crazy. We got some more people here with some questions for you. What did he say?
Sure, no worries, man.
Hustler Solid said, see what he said?
Us new travels, hold on. Us new travelers need the videos. Makes me comfortable getting on. Hold on. Makes me comfortable getting on the planes to new places. Okay. Hustle sold separately. I see what you're saying. So I think what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, hustle sold separately, but I think what you're saying is that for us showing that you guys the content, it makes you comfortable being able to travel to the places that we're showing you. And if that's correct, if that's incorrect, let me know. If you don't have anything to say, I'm gonna assume that I'm correct. But yeah, I mean, definitely, like with this space, like looking at content, whether it be from PhillyDom, Ace Live, Taylor Made Dreams, Andre Love Crossing Borders,
Checking effect.
Boy,
Yeah.
Check in Effect, absolutely Check in
Yeah.
Effect, Richie Rich, Roll the Tape, but like all these people, right? Like it does make you feel comfortable to to go there because like how I discovered Zuna Thailand and Zuna Thailand like we like bros now, we like this now.
That's
But
what's up.
I actually got his channel from MTR, Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews.
Okay.
And so like Asia was like on my mind, but it was kind of like towards the back burner. So
Yeah.
and I'll tell you a quick story, for people who for people who may not know. But Flyboy and our plan was to go to the Olympics. What was it? The Olympics last year. We were supposed to go to the Olympics last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in Tokyo, but it ended up getting canceled. So like I had thought about going to Japan, and I had seen this YouTuber. He's from London,
Mhm.
and he lived out he lived out in I forgot where in Japan, but he lived out somewhere in Japan. But
Mm.
like, and he was talking about how like he would be hanging out with these Japanese girls, and all of them like very submissive. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to Japan. I wasn't thinking about Thailand like that or the Philippines. But then Richie Mack came in and I'm seeing this Thailand content and he's talking about and he's talking about what do you call it? Philippines too. So I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna
You
now like
understand it? Yeah,
yeah. So hustle so separately. Okay, he said exactly. Yeah. So that definitely made me change my mind. You know what I mean?
that's cool. I see we got HG chilling. That's my boy. He said, "Why
Yeah.
did you like
Yeah,
El
HC
Salvador over
salute, man.
Honduras?" He might be answering me that question because you been to Honduras, or you? I know you ain't been
No,
out.
nope.
Okay, HG chilling. Why I like El Salvador? Like I told you before, it's nothing that's gonna blow you away when you go to the country. But one thing I can tell you is what makes El Salvador special, and I'll repeat this 100,000 times. The people, they some of the friendliest, welcoming people you will ever meet. And I'm sure that dreams feel the same way about Colombia. The people are very friendly and welcoming. So that's what I like about El Salvador. The people are very friendly and welcoming, especially when they get the stigma of them being like one of the most dangerous countries in the whole entire world. When you go there and it's completely opposite, the people are completely opposite of what they say. It just throws you a loop completely.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously they got good looking chicks there and all that. I know that's what the guys want to know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the people
Yep.
are very friendly.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a female one of my subscribers.
Mhm.
And I'm actually gonna do an interview with her too. She speaks perfect English. She speaks perfect English. She lives in El Salvador,
Mhm.
and looking at your content from El Salvador, like I yeah, like I gotta go. Like that might have to be a PhillyDom and Kings and Dreams trip
We
or
can,
something like that.
we can do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
because in El Salvador, they pride themselves on knowing English. So a
yeah,
lot of people there speak English. I'm not saying the whole country, but I'm gonna
no,
tell you at least I'm gonna say I met a lot of people that spoke English, but I'm like in the wealthy area where I'm staying at, Zona Rosa, San Benito. That area is a really wealthy area. So, but one thing I could say about them speaking their English is like they mastered English. Like if I could say that, like they could
yeah,
probably speak it and write it better than me and you. Like they've mastered English. Like
yeah.
the
No,
ones that
she
know it, you be like, did you get deported? Like, how's your English so good?
right,
This is your second language. It's
right,
not your first
yeah.
language.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like shout out to Sada.
Mhm.
Yeah, she speaks English like she speaks English well. Like she's like she'll like and she knows like the slang like that. Like she's
Yeah,
like,
they
oh
do. Yep.
yeah, she's like, oh yeah, it's lit tonight. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, hold on. I'm like, wait, like, have
Yeah,
you lived in the States before? She's like, no. I'm like,
yeah,
wow, like yeah,
yeah.
it's
They
crazy.
they
Yeah.
mastered it. All right. Well, somebody gave us a super chat. DC, thank you for the $2 super chat. He say, "What's a good time to visit DR and a good budget?" All right, I guess that for me, or you want
Uh, yeah.
you
I mean,
also
I guess I could take. I guess we both could take a stab at it.
okay.
So a good time to visit DR. Like if you're referring to probably like financial wise, I would say financial wise, probably like I'm trying to think. Maybe like March or April. But if you're talking about you want to visit before the end of this year, try to do it maybe around like November. So you're outside of that hurricane season. So try to do it outside of that hurricane season, and depending on how long you're going. So DC, like let's say if you're going for maybe a week, I would probably bring anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that. But to me, man, DR anytime is a good time to visit. It's always a good time. But he's right about that. That weather factor. You can go there and it could rain a whole week or 2 weeks while you're there.
Right.
So
Right.
you
Yeah.
might be a little upset. So,
Right. Right. That's what I was saying. Right. Because he's like, oh yeah, yeah, man. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go to the beach, and it's all rained out, and you know what I mean. So yeah. Because I remember, Big Boss said that he hates Medellin because he's only been in Medellin once, but when he went to Medellin, it was in the middle of their winter. Obviously, there's
that's
a snow,
why.
but it rains a lot. So he was like, it was pretty much rained out, and I'm like, yeah, that's why you didn't like it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I didn't like it.
All right, let's see.
Fox, so does Fox.
La Quinto Fox. Good time to visit DR is outside. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yep, pretty much. Yep, outside of hurricane season.
And then Kings, NYC.
And anytime is a good time to go to DR if you know how to move. Bless you.
Yeah,
Anytime is a good time to go to DR if you know how to move. Yeah, absolutely, man. NYC King, man. Salute to you, man.
that's true. And if you ain't one of them guys that want to be outside, because when that rainy season hit, man, I was there, man. I remember I was there 2021? Man, it rained like 7, 8 days straight. I was like, is this for real? Like literally, like,
He said, "Is this for real?"
is this for real? Like,
Right, right,
can't
yeah.
be for real. I
Dang,
mean, literally, it
7
was raining. Like it
days
rained, it
straight.
stopped for 5 minutes, then it rained for another hour, then it stopped for 2 hours. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, Yolo got some questions for you.
Dom and Dreams, if you had 2,000 for room and board for 30 days, what country would I like to go to? This is a good question. So
Yeah.
2K, so 2K from room and board 30 days. Um 30 days. Ah, that's a good question.
You gotta think about that
Um
for a minute.
Okay, so I don't know if I could give you just one. Australia,
Okay.
Australia, um, Germany, South Africa,
Okay.
Brazil, um, and uh, let me go with Kenya.
Wow, that's good. That's good choices.
Yeah.
I would have to say it would have to be for me, probably somewhere in the continent of Africa. It could be Kenya, it could be Ghana. Well, that's the countries I want to go to. Kenya, Ghana, Sudan, South Sudan, obviously South Africa is everybody, wants to go to South Africa, but it would be Africa. It would have to be a country in Africa.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll throw a wild card in there, Morocco.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I used to rock out with this Moroccan shorty.
Uh-huh.
My goodness.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I lived in San Diego. While I
Brick
lived in
house.
yeah, and they got a Moroccan community in San Diego. And I'm like
Yeah.
talking to these girls, I'm like, where y'all from again? They're like, we from Morocco. I'm like that? I need to go over there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's gonna be so yeah, that's gonna like I'm gonna have to do a trip. I'm about to do a trip and
Uh-huh.
you know, and expose that because I don't think anybody
They
who
don't.
looks like us have been there.
They don't. We
But
don't go there. We don't. I told you we copy each other. It's like
yeah,
almost like fashion. Like we
right.
copy each other. Like nobody like wants to take their limb. And I'm talking about black YouTubers. White boys, they go anywhere. Like some of the places
Oh
they
yeah,
go,
I
I'm
know.
like,
I know.
You
Yeah.
went there by yourself. It's a YouTuber. His name is Kirk Cuz. He went to Haiti. I was like, he ain't know nobody. He don't speak the language. Like he ain't no. Like, he just went like they kidnapping people there and everything. He went like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're not scared.
No. 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 Absolutely.
Oh, man.
It's interesting, man. It's interesting. Like these dudes is these white dudes like you say, oh, these dudes is a bunch of punks or whatever the case is. But
Man.
let me tell you, man, they go in the lion's den,
Yeah.
man. Like they get you some of the craziest content. Not to get too off topic, right? But
Okay.
so me like I'm a big advocate for Animal Planet. Like I love watching Animal Planet, and
Okay.
one of my favorite like guys, his name is Dean Schreidner,
Okay.
and he's this guy from Switzerland,
Uh-huh.
lives in South Africa now, and he's literally in the lion's den. Like there's like six like lions like that he's like in, and he plays with them, all of that stuff. Like they love him. You talk about a big lion like jumping on him, all that stuff. Like,
Wow.
listen, yes, yeah.
No, they can't mix me with none of that. I ain't doing that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, no fear. And like he's talking on camera or whatever. Like, and he's talking on camera. Like he has like 4 point some million YouTube subscribers. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like, and it's crazy. That is it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
But
DC.
okay. So DC, do I have to learn Spanish? Uh, I would say conversational Spanish would be good. Just and it also depends on like what you're trying to do. Like if like the thing about it is that like everything is not necessarily a set price, except for like Uber, because like that's on the app. But like if you're in a taxi, or you're picking up something or whatever, or if I don't know, DC, I'm assuming that you're a guy, but if you're
Mhm.
trying to monger, like if you know the language some or whatever, you can haggle a little bit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it doesn't hurt to know the language. So I would say that the more you know, the better you can kind of get away with.
Do you know Spanish? Dreams?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not I'm not I'm not 100% fluent, but yeah, I would say like I can get away with a conversation or two.
Okay. Fox said 2K for a month. I would say Colombia, DR, Honduras, Mexico. He's saying with
Okay.
2K a month, you can get away with them countries with no problem.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then Clinton said Tanzania should be one of your bucket lists. The island of Zanzibar. Yeah, everybody. My boy Maiwa always talks about that. The island of Zanzibar, right off the coast of Tanzania. They always talk about that. And we got a legend in here right now, man. This is all right. You know who that is? Richard the World Traveler.
I don't. But
You
man,
can look up his video. He's a legend. Like, oh man, he's helped a lot of us. Helped a
I,
lot
I,
of
I'm
us.
I'm gonna subscribe to Richard right now.
Yeah, Richard the World Traveler, man. He's been to Richard. How many countries you been to? Richard's probably been to, man. I wish I was lying. He's probably been over 100 countries. He's literally been over 100 countries. He's been everywhere. And the places he ain't been, he's probably gonna go there in the next week. He'll be there soon enough. He's been everywhere. What's going on with you, Richard the World Traveler?
Yeah, man. Hey, Richard, I just subscribed to your channel. Hold on. Oh, there's a glare here. Hold on, Richard
Yeah,
the World Traveler.
yeah,
Yeah,
Richard the World
man.
Traveler.
Oh, hey, Richard, I just. Whoops. Yeah. There it
Yeah,
is.
he's a legend, man. He's a legend. He was in Colombia. He helped Maya with his channel. He helped me with my channel.
Oh, nice,
Man,
man.
I've traveled with him in the States. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Absolutely,
You
man.
might
That,
see me
that's
with him in the next couple of weeks. I might do some traveling with him in the next couple of weeks. I got to call him. We got to talk about how we gonna do what we gonna do. But he's definitely a legend.
Wow, he said only 85. Wow.
Told you, only 85. You hear that?
Wow.
85. I think it's 190 countries. I might be off. The math might be off by 10
Okay, I think
countries.
it's 196. But
96. Yeah,
yeah,
but that's
but he's over halfway. But he's over
I know.
halfway though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
halfway there.
man. Yeah, I just subscribed to your channel, man.
Oh
I,
man.
yeah. All right. He said he wants. He said link up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we will. We will, Richard. Definitely.
Uh,
I'm here visiting my dad, Richard. But after Father's Day, I'll make my way out of here. Well, let me see what he said. We got another one. Thanks for the $20 super chat. I think is euro.
yeah, yeah. That's 20 euros. Yeah.
Euro. Okay.
Shout out
Shout
to
out.
PhillyDom. He's from Europe. I see you, bro. Ever since you linked up with Marwa and Tijuana, Mexico, I knew you were a cool brother.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Global. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Salute, salute. Thanks for the super chat, man. For real, for real.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Oh man. Let me ask you some lady questions because I know that's what they want to hear. I usually don't do that, but I'm comfortable talking with you and everything is smooth.
Yep.
Um, what could I ask you? What could I ask you off the rip? I didn't have nothing planned for, but I could ask you, what do you think some of the best countries if somebody's looking for a girlfriend or to marry somebody outside the United States? Because obviously right now, a lot of people gonna be mad when I say this. The US experience is dead. Like guys are more and more guys are traveling, going to other countries to find a mate, than dealing with the females in the states. And we're not going to just like say just the black females. We're not just going to say the
No.
white females, but they're just tired. Like you said something, you alluded to something earlier about that. Like got people here in the states are tired of what's going on, and even females are traveling now to go to other countries to meet guys because they're tired of what's going on in the U.S. The U.S. has a certain system or the matrix, whatever you want to call it, how we do things here,
Mhm.
and you feel like you stuck when you're here in the country. But when you start branching off and going to Colombia and different countries, you see that, oh, I got more options. And people say, oh, because they look better, oh, because they submissive. What is your take on that? I said a lot, so I hope you got
Yeah.
that. I said a
No, no,
lot,
no,
but you
absolutely.
got the gist of it, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. So what I would say is this. So, for men, for men, if you're looking to get into a serious relationship, if you're looking to get into a serious relationship, I would not recommend Dominican Republic. From the feedback that I have gotten from the Dominican Republic is that like the Dominican women are pretty much like they're short term thinkers. They want the resources like quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I mean? And so, like, if you're looking to just have a GFE or pay for play, then okay, cool. But if you're looking to have a serious relationship, I would not recommend Dominican Republic. I would probably recommend places that I have been to. So I would recommend probably I would recommend like Aruba is good. Aruba is a good one. Um, Colombia now,
Okay.
now not so I would say Cali, Colombia. That would be a good one. The ladies there like Cali. Cali's a nice city. It is laid back. You don't have like the strip, at least in like Medellin. Like you have like Parque Eres, and
Yeah,
then in Cartagena you got Clock Tower. So like there's not like a strip where you could go to and see like like
females, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They don't
Now
have
don't get me
that.
wrong.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. Cali has casas and strip clubs and stuff like that. So for all my mongerers, don't get too disappointed or whatever. But I would say for those who want to actually have a serious relationship, um, Cali would be a good place. Medellin is also a good place. Outside of definitely like don't go to Parque Eres and think you're gonna find a wife. Like it's not. It's highly unlikely. You know what I mean? So, but go to Medellin. Stay away from Parque Edis if you're looking for a quality woman. And also, just to add to that, like go to like meet women at the gyms. Supermarkets are good. Restaurants, like like if it's a decent restaurant, not necessarily like a high end restaurant, but a decent restaurant.
Hmm.
It's good. It's always good to meet a woman like at work too. So
Okay.
she has a job, and you
Yeah.
know that right.
that,
Yeah,
that she,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, you know that she has a job and things like that. You know what I mean? So, but so stay out of Parque Edis if you're gonna if you're going to Medellin, and then Cali. Pretty much like almost anywhere in Cali except for obviously where the casas are. But yeah,
Okay.
you can build an organic relationship with women from Cali. Females from Cali are relationship minded. Now I will say this: the east side of Cali, Colombia, don't rock with the east side because
Okay.
those females there, like man, like if you a beta male simp, you're gonna be a passport pookie real quick.
Fast forward Pookie real quick.
Yeah, because let me tell you, because there's a lot of melanin in Cali, but especially on the east side of Cali, there's a lot of melanin. They look good. The bodies is crazy,
Uh-huh.
you know, and you end up getting with her, and you end up having a good time, and you know what I mean, and she make you feel good, and now you got to make her feel good. You
Yeah.
understand?
With the money.
So
Yeah.
yeah, don't do it. Stay away from the east side of Cali, man. But I would say Colombia would be one of them. Aruba, another one.
Uh-huh.
You know, um, and
I'll add one to the list for you. El Salvador. El
I,
Salvador is
I,
another one.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking of El Salvador, but the reason why I can't say it is because
Yeah.
that would be kind of speaking through you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because seeing from seeing what you're seeing, so I haven't had boots on the ground. So
Yeah.
to me, like I don't want to BS your people in the chat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I got to be authentic here. So
I
I
heard
haven't been
you.
to El Salvador, but I would assume that El Salvador would be that way. And then also I heard you say that too.
Yeah. Hold on, let me give a shout out to Haitian Gunman. Suck Posse Haitian Gunman. No Pale Kaka, man. He talking trash. Yeah. Haitian Gunman, what's good with you, man? And then Fox got a question.
Okay.
Here you go.
Do you find it hard to get around countries where you don't speak the language? Well, I mean, I've only been in like as far as countries where I didn't speak the language, was Latin America, and and in Canada, like you had like some people that spoke French, but they spoke English too, so it wasn't really too big of a problem for me. Now, I think where I may run into a problem is when I do go to Brazil because I don't speak Portuguese, but I speak Spanish, so
It's
I
kind of
believe,
similar.
yeah, yeah. So I believe I'll be able to get away. I believe I'll be able to get away with it. So I would say for right now I'm comfortable. But like if you're talking about like let's say like um like like a country like that a language that I don't understand at all. Like let's say like Japan. If I'm not in Tokyo, like I'm like in like a place like outside of Tokyo, yeah, I'm gonna be messed up because I don't speak any Japanese. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use bring the Google Translate for that one.
He said for sure, 100%. He said
Right,
for sure I need to Google Translator. A hundred
right,
thousand percent.
yeah. So for right now, I'm comfortable though. But shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Fox.
Do you consider yourself to be yourself a traveler or a tourist? Because some people are tourists and some other people are travelers. What do you consider yourself to be?
That's a good question.
Because you come back to the States frequently. But
Right.
it can go either way. It can still go either way.
I would say, I would say, I would say that I would say I'm a traveler because a tourist normally would just want to stay in the tourist areas. I have no problem with going to like with being with the locals. I actually like being with the locals, understanding like like how they communicate with each other, things that they do on a daily basis, things like that. Trying to get a feel for them. So when I hear like tourists, like I'm thinking like someone like who stays like in a tourist area and like like who kind of wants to see like the nice part of that country or that city, in
Yeah.
that country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, like I like to see the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Let me see. So what would you say? What would you say? Okay, hold on, Tom. Let me see what he said real quick. Then I ask you. Big up to Big Dog Philly. Okay, Tom, what's going on with you, champ? I see you in the live. I see you in the live. What would you say a good startup country for somebody that doesn't travel, never left the United States or never left Europe, or wherever wherever they,
Hmm.
Canada, Australia, wherever they from in the world?
Right.
Where would you tell? Where would you tell them? What would be a good startup country? Would you recommend?
Hands down, Dominican Republic. Due to especially
I like that.
especially if you look like this, Dominican Republic. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The reason why is because again, like how we, for those of you guys who probably didn't catch it earlier, we were talking about the camaraderie
Yeah.
in the Dominican Republic, where there's so many people who who do look like myself or Philly Dom. You know what I mean? And like, and even if you aren't, even if you aren't like melanin,
Yeah.
you happen to be, you happen to be Asian, you happen to be white, or whatever the case is, but like you don't speak Spanish. You could still come there and link and link up with us. You know what I mean? And you could just like you can go to flip flop spot. You can get food and kick it with flip flop all day, and he'll show you the ropes. So
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like there's Dominican Republic, like is close to the Matrix. It's close to the Matrix one. You have the
Hmm.
camaraderie two, and then also also like if you don't know how to speak the language, you got people that'll help you out. Three,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and it's easy. It's easy to move around there. It's definitely a good startup. I would say Dominican Republic and Mexico, but
Oh yeah,
more.
Mexico too. Yeah,
But to be honest with you, the Dominican Republic is a small country. It's easy for expat. It's like expat friendly, if that makes any sense. It's like
yeah,
expat. It's like, and then with the camaraderie, like you said, in the North Coast, and all the Americans that are living down there and Europeans, even not knowing Spanish, you can maneuver through that country with no problem. With
right.
no problem. But
Yep.
it's always better to know the language. I'm guilty of not speaking more Spanish. I should be able to speak a lot more Spanish than I speak because it'll help you 100%. Like it'll a lot of stuff will move quicker if you know the language. But you still, even though people say they know the language and stuff, you still a foreigner in the country. You still have a heavy tongue. So they
Right.
know, even if you speak in fluent Spanish, they know that you're not from there. They can, your accent is not going, or your pronunciation might be off a little bit, and they know you're not from there. But if you
Right.
know the languages, you can maneuver a lot easier and a lot more. And if you're into talking to females and whatever else, it's better to know the language than don't know it. But
Agreed.
Google Translator will save you anytime you have a problem.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out to Haitian Gunman. Thank you for the 9.99 super chat, my brother. He said, great chat. Appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
TG is asking you.
Flying out to Cartagena, Colombia in a couple of days for a few weeks. Not great at Spanish, still learning, but looking forward to the experience.
Okay.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. TG, you say you're flying out to Cartagena for a few weeks.
Yeah.
What I would say, man, what I would say is that check out Barranquilla if you can, and check out Palenque if you can, and Santa Marta since you're gonna be over there for a few weeks. You know what I mean? But also depends on like what you're going there for. Like if you're going there just to be on the beach and you want to see some nice beautiful ladies, then I would say Barranquilla and Cartagena, those would be the two. But if you're looking to actually like learn some things, Palenque and and also Santa Marta is good as well, man. But you know, in that area, you got options. So don't just limit yourself to just Cartagena. Uh, all right. Medellin, mejor que Cali.
He talking trash.
Nah,
That's my boy Fox right there. He crazy. Oh
it's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. But listen, man.
man.
Listen, man. you know, this is what I would say, man. Like Medellin, is one of those two. I love both places, man. Let me just say that I love both places.
Uh-huh.
Like for me, like now when I went to Cali, I didn't realize like how much the Afro Colombian like centric like the knowing salsa was right like it's so big there like it's so big there and they had and shout out to Dre. He brought me to this club. What's it called? I think it's called La Topa, I believe. And he said he brought you there too.
Yeah, he brought me there too, and I couldn't dance. I'm not that good at dancing. I'm gonna put that out there.
So yeah, so we went there and like they had like this big picture and and they had like all these like famous like musicians, Afro Colombian musicians,
Uh-huh.
and like how the picture looked like anyone that's religious like when like if you or spiritual rather if you've seen like there's like that picture where Jesus is sitting there with the 12 disciples,
Uh-huh.
like that picture looks like that, but they're all musicians. Like it's a big
Wow.
picture. Yeah, and like that really hit home to me to really just see like our people there, like
Uh-huh.
and it's so much talent. Because like I didn't know that like salsa, like we were that much of a big influence in salsa. So when
Yep.
you go to these countries, and I say all that because when you go to these countries, like it's cool to for those who monger whatever okay, but like it's great to learn things too. I like the education.
Yeah, because you learn a lot of stuff when you travel. People don't understand that
Right.
people think different, got different cultures, different beliefs, different ways to do the same thing that we do in the States. I mean, you can learn a lot. If you just sitting around and just talking with people, you can learn so much traveling to these countries.
Right. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Okay.
You learn
Frugal,
a lot. You do learn a
frugal
lot.
gringo. He got a question for. They got questions for you, left, right, and center. He got a question for you.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. He said, talk about the most interesting person you might
That you met while traveling.
met while traveling, someone you just so happen to sit next to at a bar.
Hmm. Ah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
The most interesting person
That's
that I met while traveling.
traveling.
I would say not at a bar, but the most interesting person that I met while traveling. Um, there's this doctor in Palenque,
Uh-huh.
um, and so like he basically was like he's like the doctor that takes care of everybody there, and and like he makes like home remedies like as far as like with medicine. So whoever's been to Palenque, um, you know, they don't have a lot of resources, but these people are happy. These people are friendly.
Okay.
These people welcome you, especially people who look like you and I, with open arms because they're black, and so like it was interesting because like he like with him not having the resources like
Mhm.
as a normal, I don't want to say normal, but as an MD in the United States or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Like if you need gauze, if you need a stethoscope, or you need to get stitches or whatever, like you can get the resources like that.
Okay.
Out in Paleka, you can't get the resources like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Like there's dirt roads. There's like animals walking down the road, like cow, like chickens, not cows, but dogs, like small
Mhm.
animals, goats, whatever. You know what I mean? So some people don't even have like a front door to their house. Like,
Wow.
yeah. So I would say for him to put like these remedies and things like that for when people get sick, people need to get healthy and things like that, that's amazing. So I would say that's the most interesting person that I have met, not at a bar, but he also makes like this kind of he also makes like this, it's like this drink, and it's kind of like and it kind of has like a Viagra to it too. So
Wow.
yeah, so in Jamaica we got this thing called ting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you drink it, and and you ready to go. So
Wow.
yeah,
No, I hear you on
for
that.
a while too.
You ready to go for a while.
uh,
What are some countries that man, maybe you wouldn't have some countries that you wouldn't be too interested in going, and why? Not that you wouldn't be interested in going to.
Iceland.
I nobody ever asked you that type of question. Yeah.
Iceland, I ain't going there.
Iceland. Yeah. It's funny you say Iceland. A friend of mine, he's in the live. He's a YouTuber.
Uh-huh.
Ivan Travels. He just came from Iceland. And
Oh,
he said he had a good time there, and he met a brother there from, I think he might be from the West Indies, or he might be from like New York or Philly or something. And he moved
really?
out there like 20 years ago, and he's still out there. He owns a bar and some other stuff he has going on out there.
Really? Okay.
And he like it.
Wow. I mean, because when I think of Iceland, like I'm just like, man, like it's just cold all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
like
then
what like
they
what
have
more?
that darkness too. Like half of the year, it's 6 months are all dark, and then 6 months are all light. Like it'll throw you off. It'll throw you off. I was living in Alaska working,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say,
they're
yeah,
close,
that's
they're
yeah.
similar, they're close together, and that will throw you off, man. Like they have like darkness for like 6 months. Can you imagine that? Like 3 o'clock,
Nah.
3 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's pitch dark outside.
That's yeah. No,
That's
that
depressing.
yeah, I was gonna say, man, and I got to bring you on my channel because I definitely want to ask you about Alaska, but
Yeah, I got
but
a
yeah,
ton stories. I
yeah,
got Alaska stories for days, yo.
oh,
Alaska
I'm
is
sure, I'm
around.
sure, I'm sure, man, but yeah, I mean, so at least at least until further notice, Iceland right now, until further notice, Iceland, um, let me see.
Hit the like button, people. They saying hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, hit the like button. And we here from my boy Kings and Dreams right here.
Absolutely, man. So,
Upcoming YouTuber doing his thing. Matter of fact,
thank
that
you.
goes right into the other question I gotta ask you.
Okay.
What
Hold
is
on. Oh,
okay?
my fault. Go ahead.
No. What is your content? What would you classify the type of YouTube content you can? I know you're a traveler, but like what type of content are you coming out with, or content that you bring out? If somebody subscribe to your channel right now, what type of content do you have, and what type of content you trying to come out with? And shout out to King of Travels. I see you. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my brother. What's going on with you?
Right. So, how I would classify my content
Yes.
is men, is men centric, content,
Okay.
and travel. So I would say like, I would say kind of like like manosphere content. Similar to. I don't like to compare myself to people, but I would
Okay.
say, but I would say similar to kind of like you know similar to kind of like Andre Love crossing borders a little bit.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. So like like he talks about travel, but like he also has some you know um you know things that like when he talks about like manosphere content or men centric content. Also talks with the ladies as well. So I would say like for me, if you want to put me in the manosphere, that's fine. Um, but I would say men centric and travel.
Okay. Man, such a travel. So you'd be like a travel YouTuber slash. I mean, like a Kevin Samuels type of
Ke-
content.
Kevin Samuels with a passport.
Okay. Aha. So you just not. So Kevin Samuels was just analyzing the females in the Matrix, and
Right.
you're analyzing females worldwide. That's why you told people you was dead on about the Dominican Republic, and you've not
Mhm.
even been. You were dead on about the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the. And I got love for my Dominican people. I don't want to say nothing. You say stuff on these channels, you think nobody listening. I go to New York tomorrow, and like 50 Dominicans is ready to take my head off. I go to before I jump off the plane, I'm in the airport, and they tell them, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
sensitive about their country, but definitely I wouldn't say that's like on the top list of places. If you looking, if you just looking for pay and play, that's no problem. But if you looking to like find a wife or a girlfriend that has some longevity with somebody, I would say, yeah, you were 100% right about the Dominican Republic. That's definitely not
Right.
the spot.
Right. Well, and it's interesting because it was something that shout out to Chapapa TV. It was
Mm,
something that he had said, right? Because the thing is like, with Dominican being a small island, people kind of like, traveling through there in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out,
uh-huh.
right? Like so I think that what it has done is that it has you know it has subtly kind of seeped into these ladies' mind that these guys aren't going to be here for that long, so I basically have to squeeze the fruit, right then
Right
and there.
away, yeah.
You know
Because
what I
I
mean?
don't know,
So
yeah.
yeah, so like for countries that have bigger cities, right? Like
Colombia,
like a Medellin, a
yeah.
Cali, a Bogota. You know what I mean? Like you're able to find a relationship there. You're able to find a relationship there, likely, as opposed to Dominican Republic, because Dominican Republic is this small island, and also they share the island, with
With
Haiti as
Haiti.
well. So, Sakpa say to all the
My
Haitians.
Haitians. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's probably what it is. And it's the proximity is so close to the US, and they have family members, they have friends that go back and forth or
right,
live in the States or live in Canada or
right,
live in Spain. They have Dominicans that live in Spain, they have them that live in
hmm
Canada, they have them that live
hmm
all through the United States.
right.
So they're like a it's funny these words I can make up in my head. They're like a subsidiary of the US, if it makes sense. Like
No, it does. It absolutely does make sense. I mean, because you think about it, right? You think about it, like you could go to Puerto Rico, right? And
uh
also, for people who don't know, but you could actually take a boat from Puerto Rico to the Dominican
Dominican
Republic.
Republic.
And the crazy thing is, you need a passport to get into the Dominican Republic. To me, it doesn't make sense. Like I think they should just let that passport thing go to the Dominican Republic. Like
Yeah,
for real, it's just way too close. It's way too
yeah,
close. Like
yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah. So I would say, yeah, like I I want people to know, like, it's not just in the Matrix or United States where the hypergamy is, like it's also in in like there's cultures that are starting to become westernized, right?
Yeah.
Like we say the Matrix, but shout out to International Traveler. He International Travel. He's a YouTuber from London, and he says the same things about the ladies in London, right?
Wow.
He's a brother too, but
Yeah.
he's not just black women, but all women. So and
Yeah.
that's another thing because like I know sometimes our sisters feel as though like they're being attacked. Like no, it's not just all black, and it's not just black women. It's white women, it's Asian women, it's Hispanic women. Like this hypergamy thing is all over, and it is spreading. And but the thing
Like
about it is,
wildfire.
huh?
I said it's spreading like wildfire.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the thing is, and what I try to tell ladies is that like this is like this game that y'all playing, y'all gonna end up losing, and the reason why is because there's more ladies than men, so that means that we have the options. So
Yeah.
and now that we have a passport, we got global options.
They don't
So
understand that.
the
Yeah.
problem is that you're going to be left alone, and with prices going up on everything, food, gas, all of that stuff. Like I know summer's coming, but winter's coming too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't understand that. All right. My boy said Garden Science said Kings. I guess he know you. Garden
Oh
Science.
yeah, that's my man. That's my man from Jersey, man. He
That's what's
lives out in
up.
Cali now, man.
That's
Salute, bro.
what's up.
Salute, man.
He
Yeah,
said,
that's my
"What's up?"
guy, man. Yeah. Um, Forget wife material. These females are too much to deal with. Give me a friend with benefits. Okay, cool. Yeah, but and at least you being transparent about it, and I get that. I respect that. I respect that. I mean, for me, like I still do believe in marriage.
Mhm.
However, um, however, like Zuna Thailand and I think Taylor Made Dreams, like they both been married before, so it's I understand why like they're like they got
Yeah,
ladies they
against
deal
it.
with.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they got ladies they deal with, but but they were already in the marriage game, so I get it, right? But
Uh-huh.
like if you're like a MGTOW guy, like and that means men going their own way.
Mhm.
Make like if you're a MGTOW guy and you
Mhm.
haven't been married, or and you're like 25, 26, I'm like you need to chill out, bro. But
Yeah,
like if you like, but if you're like, all right, you're like 40 or whatever, and you've been
yeah,
married, divorced, okay, I get it. Make towel, through life. Do what
yeah.
you gotta do.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Puerto Rico is a United States territory. Dominican Republic is a separate country. That's why you need a passport. Yeah, no, no.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
to Frugal Gringo, but no, I was more or less kind of being facetious when I was talking about it. But yeah, no, it's all good though. I appreciate that. Bro, be real. You gotta be a simp if you want a relationship. What? Do the
that.
five?
I don't know what you mean by do the five.
I
King of
don't
the
know.
Jungle. You got to explain yourself a little
Why
bit
would
more.
why do you hold on? Why? Okay, so expound. Why would you be a simp if you want a relationship? Explain that.
Yeah, we waiting for your comment. Yeah, it's my boy. He's a traveler off the forbidden path, man. I met him in Colombia, man. That's my boy.
Oh, nice,
He
man. That's what's up, man.
he got to explain himself with that one.
Right.
He got to explain himself.
Yep.
And what do you consider sipping? Because some guys, if you got a lady and you like her, even if she's just in the friend zone, if you buy her something, I don't really think that's sipping unless you just going all out. If you got
Well,
somebody and
wait. So the lady put you in the friend zone,
no,
or
no,
you put?
no, you with a lady and y'all in the friend zone, y'all just hanging out, hanging out. You might like when you go to like DR or something, you might hang out with her and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. See, I wouldn't use that term friend zone because when I think of friend zone,
Okay.
yeah, like you can't like basically it's like for me when I think of friend zone, it's like like when a dude try to talk to a chick and then she's like, oh, I don't like you as a friend, and it's like, oh well, I'm not gonna be able to get any,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be able to get no cat. So
yeah,
got you. But so I get what you're saying. So basically, it's like a woman that you're friendly with.
yeah.
Because women run the show. Okay, hold on. Let me answer you, and I'm gonna respond to that one. So okay, right? So yeah, like if you hanging out, if you're hanging out, with a shorty, whatever, and you happen to get her something nice, okay, cool. Now this is to me. Now this is to me what simping means. If you're overtly giving a woman who is not showing, who is not reciprocating the same amount of interest that you have, and you're giving her your time, you're giving her your resources, or whatever the case is, right? Like you say you're hanging out with a female or whatever, you know what I mean, and then let's say let's say like you get her let's say like you maybe get her like like um like a little necklace. So the necklace may cost you maybe 40 or $50 or something, doesn't
Okay.
have to be anything crazy, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, cool. Now let's say like you get her like a necklace that's like you know $300-400. No, that's something you get for your girl. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
that's something you get for your girl. Like, she hasn't earned that. She hasn't earned that. So yeah, that would be simping to me.
Okay.
Or like a little gift or whatever the case is, something that's like, you know, 20-30 bucks, whatever. That's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when you go out of your way to show your appreciation, no. No. See, yeah, that's when it comes to simping. Now, King of Travel, right?
Yeah.
Now, you say women run the show. Now, I don't understand why you would think that women run the show, because the thing about it is, as I mentioned in my previous statement, there's more women than men, so that means that we get the pick of the litter. So if you're dealing with women, if you're dealing with women who run the show, then that's a you problem. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but men should run the show. Men should be the leaders. Men should be the protectors. Men should be the providers, and women should be submitting and and following our lead. As men, we need to be the leader, we need to be the provisioners, we need to be the guiders. So it is not the woman's show. The man is the quarterback. The man is the quarterback, and she's and she is a part of that team. The man flies the plane, the woman is the stewardess. I have never met a female that I missed that she
Keep going
called.
back and forth with you now. Yeah.
No communication. Be honest. Have you? Absolutely. I have met women that take accountability. But the thing about it is that if you're dealing with a woman who does not take accountability, go get another one. You know, third time's a charm. I'll say this again.
Yeah.
There's more of them than they are of us. So if you are a man of value, then peace out, because there's so many beautiful women. There's so many beautiful women in this world, and you have a passport. So listen, if this woman is giving you a headache, get the next one. That's it. That's it, man.
Yes, that
You'll be
makes sense.
fine.
Arlene Wade. Shout out to Arlene Wade. She up in New York. She in the Bronx. Arlene Wade, you're gonna be mad at me. I was in the Bronx the other day. Wow. Couldn't
Submitting to our husbands, not boyfriends. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Arlene. Made by Trinilina. So is she Trinidadian?
This is
Um,
Trinidadian.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right. So now Arlene, right? Now the thing about it is that like, you know, when we marry you, when we propose marriage, you have to be submissive in order for us to marry you. You have to show us it's basically you're showing us what we're gonna marry. So like I disagree with that statement, because like I'm not gonna propose to you if you're not being submissive to me. Like if and not saying you necessarily, Arlene, but if a woman is being combative and all that, like no, there's no way that I'm going to put a ring on her finger, and then after I put a ring on her finger, then now she wants to follow me. No. You follow me throughout. I see what's going on, and I'm the protector, the provider, right? And I'm handling my business as a man, you're handling your business as a woman, and I see that, and then I put the ring on your finger.
Okay, she got let's see. Let me skip around a little bit.
No, no worries.
Okay, Arlene Wade said.
That's
Arlene.
if you marry a woman of God. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you have to not, you have to like marriage. You have to believe in a higher power. Regardless of your religion, whatever Muslim, Christian, whatever it is. But you have
Buddhist.
to submit, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to submit to a higher power. I agree.
Okay.
If the man is a quarterback, then the woman is a star wide receiver that holds out the season for a better contract. He said, "I'm joking." That was good though. Shout out
Oh
to you.
man.
Shout out to you, Frugal.
Arlene Wade is back at you. Hold on. She said this.
A non-Christian woman won't follow what God said in His Word. Well, again, and this is why the man has to be, this is why the man gets to choose who he makes his wife. Because here's the thing, right? When it comes to like relationships, uh, you know, you guys may have more say in the relationship, but we have say in who gets married. Because let's say, Arlene, you and I in a relationship, we've been in a relationship 2 3 years or whatever, and you say you want to get married, you want to get married, you want to get married. It's for when I decide to give you that ring for when we get married.
That's true. You're 100% right about that part. Because the female waits for the guy, she put pressure on him to marry her. But until the guy say yes or give her the ring, it won't go down.
Absolutely.
I've never seen it go the other way. I've never seen
Nope.
it go the other way.
Nope, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, not non-Christian woman, and I don't want to say Christian because I don't want to rule out anyone who has different beliefs or whatever. But what I would say is that like if you are a person that does not have faith in whatever religion that you were grown up in, then
Or higher
yes, I
power.
agree with that.
What they say, higher power.
Higher power,
Yeah,
absolutely.
your higher power. What is I'm gonna ask you one question. I know they're gonna start going into the relationship questions. I already see where it's going.
It's okay. They're
Yeah.
gonna get this RP tonight.
Oh well, we're gonna talk about this. Who if you travel somewhere with a companion, what type of companion would you want to travel as far as like female wise? I mean, some guys like to travel solo because they meet people where they go and stuff. But if you had to travel with a female, what type of female you think could travel with you?
Uh, now, like I would say right now for me being a content creator, um, a woman that's gonna help me with my content, you know, um, be a good camera woman, hold the
Yeah.
camera,
Good
all,
camera
all
woman.
that stuff.
I
Yeah,
like that. A good camera woman. I like that.
yeah, absolutely. Be a good camera woman. Be a team player. Hold me down. So and if I'm paying for the trip, oh yeah, you holding the camera.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Fox is saying, he said, you see what he said?
uh, I agree because just like hold on, I agree because just like I won't treat my girlfriend like my wife because not all men should be followed when they are lost themselves.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So no, I agree with that, Fox. But here's the thing, right? So I'm talking about men of value. These are like you guys got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about men of value, not just any man. Men who are provisioners, men who are leaders, men who are providers, men who are protectors, right? I'm not talking about your Pookie and Ray Ray where they don't know what they're doing in life and they, like they have no direction. I'm talking about men who have a sense of direction.
So he explained himself with that. Yeah, they think you're just talking about anybody. Guy
Yeah,
did 15 years in jail, just got out tomorrow. You better listen to me, lady. Like,
yeah, no, ain't no woman
yeah,
goes, yeah, like come on, you can't right. He just came home from the feds.
yeah.
He came home from the feds, like,
Be
yeah, he
calling
gotta,
shots.
yeah, he gotta build himself up. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they just be
You
calling
know?
shots. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just got
you can't call shots. Arlene said, "Thank God I'm single and content." All right, God bless you.
yeah.
Let's see.
I was gonna ask you too. Where do you see? Do you see more and more guys dating overseas in the future?
I do. I do, and you know, I do see that, and you know, as I mentioned, man, winter's coming for these ladies, man. Like,
Uh,
because the thing is that with passports, we have exuded, like, we're gonna be exhausting our options, and um, like, not to say women can't travel, but the thing is that like with us being able to travel, like, there's so many options. Like,
okay.
women outnumber men in the world, so this is the problem for women, not the problem for us.
Uh huh.
So we could have the abundance mindset.
Uh-huh. It makes sense. Oh, let me see how Arlene waits. So here we go.
LOL, a man of value. Yeah, I don't know what the means. You know, I know, because you know the Caribbean. You know the Caribbean. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can mean like interesting. Like, I don't like what you have to say, but you know, but I'm gonna say, so what I mean by a man of value, what I mean is that, like a man that's taking care of his responsibility. You know, a man that can be counted on, a man that can be relied on. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
So he's saying a man that got their stuff together, Arlene Wade, got their
Yes,
life
exactly.
together. That's what he said, a man of value. They have something to bring to the table, something to bring to the relationship
Right.
besides looks and sex, but they have something to
Right.
bring to the situation.
Right. When females travel from the west to the developing world, they have to be the provider, unless they somehow get a partner in the top 1% of that country. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so do we, but that's. I mean, I guess I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that, women aren't women aren't providers, but if they're choosing to travel outside of the westernized cultures, then yes. I mean, because and it's just because of the way that it's just because the way of how the dollar or the pound works. So I understand your statement, but I would say that, like, it's kind of moot to this conversation, if you will.
Oh, here we go. Arlene Wade is coming back at you.
Yep.
Oh, you got your Kevin Samuels going now.
Oh, it's all good. I don't agree with King on so many points. I remember him on Life in Hades panel. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Shout out to you, Arlene, and thank you for watching. The interview with Life in Haiti, and even,
Woo.
even though we don't, even though we don't agree, that doesn't make it any less true. But I appreciate you, though.
Oh man. Oh,
A man of value can only be a true man of God. Okay, all right.
then Fox.
I don't think so, because there really aren't that many people in the United States with passport, and a large percentage of men, um, hold on, a large percentage of men with passports are monolingual. So, well, here's the thing, Fox. Like, the word is getting out, and the SYSBM, which is Save Yourself Black Man, that word is spreading. So
Save
whether,
yourself, black man. Oh man.
Google Translate, Duolingo, all that stuff, like, it's gonna ramp up. So especially with the way society is going now, like, men have opened their eyes. Um, so I'm gonna say I hope you have that same energy in 5 years. But
uh,
shout out to you, Fox. I appreciate you, bro.
Quentin Fox. Yeah. She had lots of laugh. Arlene Wade.
Absolutely. Yeah, she said I saw you in Life for Haiti
Like the
channel.
Haiti. Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, it was yeah, I don't know if you saw that live. That was a good one though. That
Yeah.
was a goodie. That was a
But
goodie.
what happened, man? I gotta go back and see that one. Which I went back
So,
and
so
forth.
it was actually yeah, so it was actually on her second channel. It was
Uh-huh.
actually on her second channel,
Uh-huh.
and so I was actually speaking with life. I was speaking with
Marie.
Marie, and
Uh-huh.
it was another lady that she had on the panel,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it was a cool conversation. They thought that they could put my feet to the fire, but they don't know, man. I come with the flame, man. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's all good, man. I
uh,
love this. This is entertaining for me.
uh-huh.
This is entertaining for me, but I'm just educating y'all, man. You may not like what's being taught, but the thing about it is that it's real. You know, sometimes the truth hurts.
Oh wow.
What I'm saying is they don't have the incentive to travel because they'll go from being the beneficiary to playing the female role in another culture while footing the bill. Ah, okay, gotcha, understood, understood.
I don't know. It's a little different in some of them countries. The female, oh, these are some touchy topics right here.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It was on relationships. King was sweating. That's cap.
Those captions as
Yeah.
kids. I mean, they
Nah,
said you were sweating, yo. What happened?
nah. I wasn't sweating,
What
man.
they
I
asked you?
wasn't sweating.
What they asked you? It about relationships. What did they ask you?
Oh, well, no, because like they were going off in the chat. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So basically, like it was a mob. I don't want to call it a mob, but it was a group of ladies who
Uh-huh.
disagreed, and I just stood my ground. It
On
was good.
what subject? What y'all talking
Oh, it
about?
was about modern dating.
Oh, modern dating. Okay, yeah, it's different in different countries. It could be different in Haiti from the U.S.
No,
Dominican
well,
Republic
yeah,
could be
we
different
were
from
talking
Haiti.
about you know, as far as westernized culture,
Uh-huh.
because Marie, you know, before she lived in Haiti, she used to live in I think
Houston, Texas.
yeah, Houston, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, so it was more or less kind of like from a Matrix perspective, but
Okay.
again, like it was good.
That's
It was
cool.
good,
That's
man.
cool. Okay. Oh, they said something about me. Okay. Oh, Arlene said he was Philly. Even another man came on, and he had to blow out
He
and
had to
leave.
bow out.
Blow out and leave.
That's so cap. No, so let me tell you, right? So
Oh, uh-oh.
yeah, so let me tell you. No, it was my man. It was my man. Where's Chuck? He's another up and coming YouTuber.
Okay.
So yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So like he's cool with Marie.
Uh-huh.
So Marie posted the link, and so he came on there just to talk or whatever the case
Uh-huh.
is. But nah. Yeah, Arlene is cute. I like that though. I appreciate you, but you know, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel,
Yeah.
even though you don't like what I have to say. But this is entertaining. I love having these entertaining conversations. So you know what I mean. But make sure that you do like and subscribe to my channel.
Let me see if we can put your link in there, man. Hold on. I put it in. Let me see if I can put it in again. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Put your link in there. That help you out.
All right,
What
man. Thank
made
you.
you start doing YouTube? Everybody wants to know. That's something people don't know.
Yeah.
What made
So yeah, interestingly enough, so what made me start doing YouTube was I started to kind of see like like I started to kind of see it was really kind of like after Palenque, I would say. After I seen Palenque,
uh-huh.
that was one thing that sparked, and then another thing was that like I started to see like the manosphere content, and some of it that I did like, and there were some that I would say that were like kind of just like really like maybe a bit too abrasive. And what I
Uh-huh.
wanted to do was come in and put that balance in between traveling and you know trying to see if we can bring you know men and women together to have these conversations, whether we agree or disagree. But the point about it is to have the conversations. I understand what you're saying, but most black men in the United States won't qualify for a passport, and you have another large portion that can't afford to travel out of their states. Well, Fox, so you know, let me see. Do you have any stats on that? Because what I would, what I would challenge you with is to say, when you say most, like, we need stats on that. But I know as of right now, the stats for black men traveling in the United States, I believe it's about 15%. I would, I would assume probably within the next 5 years, I would assume for it to probably jump up another 10 to 15. No,
Yeah,
yeah, 15 to 20%. So if it's at 15% now, we're talking about 30 to 35%. So that's about a third of black men traveling. So you got to look at it from that standpoint. So when you say most, and I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but you always want to have stats to kind of cover your argument.
yeah, and most brothers can go to Mexico. You
Right.
you don't even need a passport to go to Mexico if you want to be technical.
Yeah.
I lived in Tijuana, Mexico for a whole bunch of years. You don't even need a passport to go to Tijuana, Mexico. You can if you
You can
walking
get
through.
away with it if you do it right.
Yeah, if you, I'm not beyond. If people walk through, they have to have a passport. But if you drive through, they don't check everybody that drive through. They for real. Only if they have they might have a spot check. Depends, they might pick you, but after that, you can go in there. And if you're an American citizen, once you go back, even if you don't have your passport on you, you have your license or your ID, or they'll
Hmm.
take you in the back and verify you by your social or
Right.
fingerprint you and figure out who you are. You can go. So Fox, anybody can go to Mexico.
Right. Absolutely. And just kind of piggyback off of that. So the thing about it is that like people, with more content coming out, especially with Kevin, with Kevin Samuels coming out, him passing,
Mhm.
men seeing how how he was treated and things of that sort. Like men's eyes are opening, and you have whether it be men centric content or travel content or whatever. The thing is, our eyes are opening. These channels are providing insight, and so what's going to happen is we're educating and showing men how we travel, how they do this, and they're going to watch these videos and they're going to follow our lead. You're going to see a big jump. I'm sorry, can you go to his comment? Oh,
With
no, no, he
who?
was talking to her. My fault.
Okay, I
Anyway,
was.
yeah. He was talking to
Oh, he
yeah,
talking to he talking to Fox,
yeah,
Quentin Fox.
yeah.
He
Yep,
said there's no way. He said even felons can get passports. Yeah, they can get
absolutely.
it. A lot of people
Yeah,
what
absolutely. I was just Sorry, not to cut you off. Go ahead.
they what Fox doesn't understand is what he doesn't understand is America brainwashes a lot of people and
Hmm.
make you. It's not people don't have money to travel to these countries. Trust me, especially black people. We will buy the nicest car, the nicest clothes. We will go beyond our means to go on a date with a girl and spend money that we don't have just to sort of look like we have money. Capping.
Not
You
not
know what I
that
mean?
no, that's simping right
Yeah,
there.
simple. Yeah. The problem I was gonna say, I almost forgot what I was gonna say now.
Yeah, I think what you said that America is kind of brainwashed. I think you were kind of gonna go
Yeah.
down the rabbit
If they're
hole of
scared,
saying
that they're
we we,
scared to
we we
travel.
have the resources to travel, but we
Yes, they
don't have
do.
the education to
Yeah.
know that we can travel.
Yeah, and they scared. They think they're scared. A lot of brothers are scared to go to another country because they don't know the language. They're like, oh my God, I don't know the language. What would I do when I get there? Well, as people that speak English, you can learn the language. You can get Google translated. Anywhere I've traveled, I've found people that spoke English.
Absolutely, man. So Fox. Okay, Fox says it depends on the felony. Okay, so I was I'm not gonna say my boy's name, but I was just out in Medellin about 3 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because early May, because I left the day after Mother's Day. So about a month ago. So about a month ago, I was out in Medellin, Cali and Medellin, with my dude, and he did and he did 10 years. He did 10 years in the feds, so he was able to travel. Oh, perfect example, Andre Love crossing borders also did 10 years in the feds.
Yep.
So you could, yeah, I mean, yes, it probably does depend on the felony. Like if you have anything to do with with like if it's like anything violent, probably maybe a problem. But like if it's like trapping, no, you'll be fine. Because my boy did 10 years, and he was out in Cali and Medellin, with me chilling, so we were all good. And again, Andre before he
Yeah.
relocated to Colombia, he was going back and forth to the States as well. So um, absolutely,
Yeah, a lot of people are just miseducated with the
yeah.
what you can
No,
travel with or not.
yeah, no, that's a great point that you mentioned, right? Like in reference to the brainwash, because the thing about it is that people think like, oh, like they can't, like they can't travel to these countries, they can't go over to these locations or whatever because I got a felony, and
Telling you, I got this,
I'm
I
not
got
I'm not
that.
able to travel and things like that. That's an excellent point, man. Excellent point.
Yeah, they just misinformed. Especially, it always goes back. I don't want to make this just about black people, but a lot of black people in the U.S. are misinformed about a lot of stuff, where other minorities and other majorities are well educated in these type of things.
Hmm.
If they don't know nothing, they'll go to their lawyer and say, "Look, my son has blah 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 blah. Is he be able to travel?" It's a loophole around anything. Trust me, there's a
Yep.
loophole around anything.
Hmm.
Another a good example was I don't know if you're familiar with boxing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love boxing, man.
Yeah, Devin Haney's dad had a felony from like the early '90s,
Yep.
and they denied him entry to Australia, but he got some lawyers on it. And guess what? He was able to travel to Australia.
Yeah, man.
So
Shout out to him, man. He just won too.
yeah, he just won, man. He got all the
Hmm.
belts, not the one
Yeah.
belt. He got all the belts.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Hold on for a second. They talking about Canada. Here you go.
Felonies may prevent you from getting into Canada or Australia. That'll be your main concerns. But countries like DR aren't as restrictive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Canada's definitely like a pain. Canada's definitely a pain. I have not tried Australia, but I know about Canada obviously because like I've been there and I got family there, but I haven't heard anything about Australia. But like yeah, but like for like if you want to go to like uh Latin America, you'll be fine for the most part. So, but the thing about it is, I want you guys to kind of take I want you guys to take away from what Philly and I was saying. So what Philly was saying was that like in the United States, men, men and women both are brainwashed to say like 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 you're kind of restricted to stay in the states and not promoted to travel really. And then also what I was saying was that um is that like for within the next 5 years you're going to see that percentage of black men traveling is probably going to jump to about 15 to 20%. So right now about 15% of black men in the United States are traveling. So you still have 85% that either don't have a passport or are not traveling. So what I'm saying is that number is going to jump to about 30%, which is one third of black men, and that's a significant jump.
Yes, indeed, it is because
Yeah.
we don't travel like that. But they always, like I said, they always tell you it's too expensive. And the funny thing is, we live
Right.
in one of the most expensive countries in the world, or the expensive country. Like the rebuttal
Right. Yeah.
stuff they tell you is like a joke. Anywhere you go is going to be a lot cheaper than the states. Even some places in
Right.
Europe are way
Right.
cheaper than the
Yeah.
states.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, the most expensive thing is the flight and either your hotel or Airbnb. Everything else cheap.
Yes, it's all on what you make it. You know what I mean? If you eat a lot,
Right.
you're gonna
Yeah.
spend a lot. If you drink a lot, you're gonna spend a lot. If you do other people do drug, whatever they do, you're gonna
Yeah.
spend more money. But yeah, like
Right.
you said, the flight and where you gonna stay at. Once you get that down packed,
Right. and then also, and then also, if you want to cut down in cost, travel in groups or something. You know what I mean? Like get a like get a nice Airbnb, maybe get like a big house, like if it's like three or four you guys, get like a 4 bedroom or something like that, you know what I mean? And a decent amount, maybe you guys are paying like, 20-30 bucks a night, you know what I mean? 20-30 bucks a night or something like that. But I mean, there's always ways to be around it. If you want to make, if you want to make something happen, you will make it happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true indeed. You see what he said? Fox said,
Yep. Hold on.
he said, okay, he said, if you go to the U.S. government website, you will see that there is more reasons than just crime, just qualifying them. I guess crime part was assumption on your part.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Which
Okay,
one you
so if
said?
you go to the USA Gov website, you will see that there is more reasons than crime to disqualify them. Then the crime part was an assumption on your part. Um,
But that's the main reason
yeah,
that
I mean,
at least
listen, Fox. Okay, all right, Fox, because I don't want to go, I don't want to go in a circle, bro. But what we're saying, what I'm saying is this, that what I'm saying is that the percentage is going to jump. You said most men, and I'm asking you to bring me the stats, right? So until you bring me the stats, like we dance it back and forth, and it's all good. But you know what I mean? Like I don't want this to keep being redundant. And Philly said that, like men are, men are being brainwashed. So like until you have stats that debunk what we're saying, you're just talking. Not to like dismiss you, but let's just keep it real here, Fox. All right. Oh, that was directed at Frugal.
oh,
Okay,
okay,
my
okay.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
I still got love for you, Fox. Just saying.
I met, we hung out in Colombia together, man. We cool brother.
Yeah. No, no,
We
no.
talk on the phone and we
I've
look
seen
up
him in
each other.
yeah, I've seen him in my chats, and I've also seen him in Flyboys chats too. So
Yeah,
yeah, man, yeah, cool dude. I just booked a trip to DR, paid 175 for a flight using credit card reward points. There you go, hustle so separately, man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. King got love for everybody. You have to. You have to have love for everybody, man. You know the thing about it is I love life and life loves me, man. So I gotta have love for everybody, man, because tomorrow's not promised. Like especially us being as black people, man. We've been dropping like flies, man. So I don't know if that's a troll or not, but either way, you know what I mean. I got love for everybody, man. I got genuine love for everybody, and I appreciate everybody for sure. You know what I mean? No time for hate. This is a time where all of us need to come together. Take care of each other. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of us are dying, man. Like you look at Kevin Samuels, whether you loved him or hate him. You know what I mean? Like nobody thought like this man would just like just
God,
die
just
like
so
that.
bad.
Yeah, and this was a man like who took care of his health. You know what I mean? It's just like damn, like what do we do? Like you taking care of your health and you still just go out like that? Like wow.
I don't know. Maybe you can clear this up for me because you had he say, she say. I've never really looked into it, but they said that he have a Viagra in his system. Is that true? They said that he popped some pills before he was hanging
Um.
with the female. That's what I heard. I mean, you hear that on a lot of people channels were saying that. Some people channels were saying that.
So
What did you hear?
well. um. So the only thing that I maybe probably was maybe he probably did have Viagra. Now the only thing that I know is that like with him, um, he did drink a lot of Red Bull, and it made like some of his subscribers uncomfortable. but he was going at it so much, like he would only sleep 3 hours a day, like because he was doing so much work. Like, people would only see him on YouTube or Instagram, but don't forget that this man was also making money from consultations. So the thing about it is like, like when I talk about like this, the problem with the westernized culture, it's not just in the United States. Like, you have people calling him from all over the world, people calling him from Australia, people calling him from London, and then there's different times, right? Different time zones. So, like, if you're only sleeping 3 hours, so that means that you're up 21 hours a day working. Like, you know what I mean? So I think so, like, all of that plays a part. All of that plays a part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the older you get, the more rest you got. Because I have high blood pressure right now, and the doctor was telling me that you
Yeah.
got to rest, Philly. You got to rest because, yeah, and I can imagine him. I'm YouTube on a small scale. You YouTube on a small scale.
Hmm.
Imagine the level he's on. Then he got Instagram he's dealing with, and that, like you said, people calling him from all over the world. You still, even if you don't feel like you tired, you still just gotta give your body that 8 hours or 7 hours. And
Right.
a lot of us think we're Superman, and he's not in his 20s no more. He wasn't in his 30s no more. He wasn't
Right.
even in his 40s no more. He's almost cracking 60. So
Yeah.
even if
Absolutely.
you can push mentally, your body
Right.
has to rest. So
Absolutely.
he taught
Absolutely,
us
man.
this. I
And
learned something from him with that. That you got to
yeah,
rest.
absolutely, man. And for those who are not content creators, like this thing is not easy. Like, this thing is not easy. Like, you see PhillyDom and I, we having this interview conversation, if you will. You know what I mean? But like, it takes a lot. Like, we're doing this live.
Yeah,
He's looking in the chat. He got to make sure that he's, attesting to your questions, and then he got to make sure that, like, he's also keeping me engaged. Like, it's a lot. So,
yeah.
like, it's a lot of work behind the scenes.
Yeah, people don't know, man. They think it's easy. It's not easy as you think it is. This is like some people are like, I hate my 9 to 5. Well, if you hate a 9 to 5, then don't try to think you're gonna try to do YouTube. And this guy,
Right.
James, you got another full-time job that you're doing, and obviously
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
the
man. I
job
got it.
takes a lot
Yeah,
of
I
your
got it.
time.
Yeah, I got a full time career, man. I
Yeah,
work like 80 hours a week. So,
and then he trying to squeeze this in on his time, on his downtime. Like
oh
it's a
yeah, man.
lot
I'm
on his
I'm
plate.
yeah, I'm like, but see, the thing is, like I'm doing it right now because I'm 30, I'm 37, right? So
Okay.
so I sleep maybe about 3 or 4 hours a day.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but that work, that work, I gotta put it in now, because
Yeah,
by the time I get Kevin's age, I know that I'm not gonna be able to do that. You can't
yeah,
sustain that.
you
You
can't.
cannot sustain that. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, while I'm still, young, like, I need
Mhm.
to do this now. I
Now,
need to do this now.
because they say
Yeah,
what
man. Shout out to you, man. This is my man. This is my man. Ray. 90s versus 2000 type of vibe. Actually, subscribe to this channel, man. They actually talk about they actually talk about hip hop, and some of the best artists, and they give artists like their flowers, man. And the editing is off the wall, man. It's definitely salute to them.
and make sure you guys get a video a like, man, and support the channel. Subscribe to my boy KingzNDreamz. Subscribe
Yes.
to his channel, man. I'm telling you, he's up next. I'm telling you. I already told him now. We already got it documented on here, man. He's up
I
next,
appreciate
man.
you. I
He got the
appreciate
it
you, man.
factor. I said that in the community post. This guy has the it factor. You have the it factor. It's just a matter of time for everything to come in place like it should for you. A matter of
Absolutely,
time.
man. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you. I don't know if you checked the private chat, Philly.
Let me check it right now. Let's wrap it up. Oh, I said it out loud. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's all good, man.
See, I'm tired. You see that? I'm tired.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, Philly.
Oh
It's
god!
all good, man. It's all
Yeah,
good, man. Hey, man. Man. Oh, man. So salute to, man. Salute to Kona, Hawaii, man. I love Hawaii, man. I love Hawaii.
yeah. Oh man. Well, since the cat is out the box, do you have any last words, anything you want to say? And I definitely
Uh,
bring you on here again. This was
oh,
fun, man. Everything flowed like the wind. It was
absolutely,
perfect.
man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You know, this was great. Arlene said, she better be nicer to me then. Shout out to you, Arlene. I appreciate you, man.
Oh man,
And
Doug
Doug
from
Revis
Hawaii.
man. Yeah, I love Hawaii, man.
Yeah.
I love Hawaii. Yeah, man. I just hate the travel though. Like the travel sucks to get there, but when
The
you there,
taxes.
oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fire. But for me, my final thoughts in this conversation. First of all, I just want to thank you, PhillyDom, for bringing me on your platform.
No
Like
problem.
it's not every day where somebody has about 54,000
1,000.
subs
Yeah.
that'll bring somebody on their platform like me, man. So I'm humbled and I definitely appreciate it. Definitely shout out to the chat. This was a great. You have a great chat room here. So appreciate everybody, who came in and who had comments and who engaged in the conversation. Last thing I would just say is make sure that you do like and subscribe to my channel. I highly appreciate it, and I will be bringing PhillyDom on my channel soon. So definitely look out for that as well. But definitely appreciate you guys and make sure that you are staying purposely purposeful.
I like that. Yeah. I'm putting your link in there so they can see it.
Okay,
Again,
appreciate you, brother.
yeah, subscribe to his channel, support him in any way you can, and let's try to push him to get that 1,000 subscriber mark.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Help a
Yeah,
brother out.
yeah. But I mean, I got respect for you working 80 hours a week and you doing this, and you look fresh. You don't look like you like.
Yeah, man. And the crazy thing is I don't drink coffee. I don't drink Red Bull either.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
right, my brother. Yeah, definitely, man. You welcome to come back again. We could talk more about traveling, or if you got a particular topic you want
Yeah,
to
no,
talk
let's
about, we
let's
talk
yeah.
about it.
Let's do it. I mean tonight was good, man. Tonight
Yeah,
was good, man. We can have a smoke show. You know
yeah,
what a smoke show is?
yeah. We just talk to us about yeah, man. Y'all thought you about to have one with Arlene real quick. Too short. I'm like, oh, here we go. And
Hey,
your boy
all good.
passport, Pookie stopped in, but he didn't
Oh
say
yeah.
much. He just said he on you. I was like, dang.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know who that is, but
You know?
I think it might. I think it's just a troll though, but it's all
Yeah.
good, man.
He said he got to holler at you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He says that in all my lives.
Yeah, that's what most trolls say. But when it's time for them to show up on the live and put them on the
Ah,
TV,
yes. You know what?
they never show
Speaking
up.
of that, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so if anybody looked in the community tab,
Uh-huh.
when PhillyDom was promoting,
Uh-huh.
somebody called that brother Khalil out, Khalil Dari, I forgot his name or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
his name is Khalil.
Okay.
Khalil, where you at, man? I thought you were gonna come on the panel. What happened, man? You didn't even come in the chat.
No, they just
All
talk.
good, man.
They just
Oh,
talk. Hey, the more
top
you
of the
do,
top. Steph Curry is no joke. Okay, all right, yeah. I got to check the rest of this game, man.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out right now too. Somebody said, I can't believe you guys did the live during the NBA finals. I was like, whoa, I didn't
It's all good. All
yeah.
good. All
I'm gonna
good.
check it out right now and see what the score is.
Okay. All right. All right.
Well,
All right,
peace and
man.
love to everybody, and we'll do this again. I'll see you guys in the next video.
All
And
right,
shout
man.
out to my boy,
Salute.
the KingzNDreams.
All right,
He's up
man.
next for sure.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
Salute.